Well, I messed up. You see, I messed up by calling episode 20 the finale, the final episode until event season, because I really thought it was going to be. Little did I know, I actually really like playing this game, and I don't really want to take a break from my progress like I thought I was going to some extent. And even then, I honestly did take a week or two break. Like, that was actually super nice, but a break all the way until the Halloween event, that's far too much. So you guys are probably seeing this episode on October 26th is my guess when I'll schedule it, and this will be all of the progress made leading up until the Halloween event and the event season kicking off. This will not be a normal full Iron Man episode. It'll be kind of a in-between episode, a top secret episode, one might say. But the whole point of this series is to document and log all of the progress. If I'm getting things like my first flame orb on the account, which I did off camera, that I kind of regret now, there's little things like that, or even spending any amount of BP, like anything I do playing PvP games, anything I do off camera disappoints me, because that's the whole point of that. It's supposed to be logged and show you guys I am not trading, I'm not using the GTL. It is a true Iron Man challenge. And I have a catch event scheduled today, so I think it's the perfect time to go ahead and actually just kick off this little 0.5 episode. I'm not going to be showing you guys every single step of progress, every single step of the way like I normally would, but hopefully, you know, big things like catch events, maybe gym reruns, we'll see, certain things like that. I might go grind Dittos or grind Pokemon and not tell you guys little things like that, but any important milestones. I have Entei to hunt, right? I have Entei to hunt. I still have one of the biggest things I have left that actually really encouraged me to start back up this episode was getting my Murkrow and my Honchkrow ready. I started doing breeds on these Pokemon. You might have seen me recently. I recently got a Alpha Honchkrow Swarm, which was the final, like, a big Alpha spawn that I needed left on the account. And I have this Murkrow, which I really want to use as a physical attacker, but it's missing the adamant nature. And then I have this one, which I want to use as a prankster Murkrow for raids, but this one rolled adamant nature randomly. So now they're in this really awkward situation. I need to fix both of these Pokemon. Both of these Pokemon are not what I need them to be. And I'm going to have to catch a bunch of flying egg group Pokemons or Dittos or something at some point to get them back on track. And also, I want to start popping my legendary lures. I already popped 3 of them, actually, and start doing the Entei grind. I really do want to go for Entei before the Halloween event pops up. So I'm starting this episode, started recording on October 12th. My finale episode actually went out today, so kind of funny timing. But you know what? We have work to do. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm not going to be showing you guys like a full list of my goals. Again, not a typical episode. This will be a weird little in-between secret meme. Let's go ahead and jump into the secret memes. All right, our first secret meme, first order of business, is an Alpha Mantine catch on the Iron Man. Modest nature, 3x31, and it's male for a breeder. You cannot ask for a better Alpha catch. We'll take it, boys. I'm going to go do get my Jimmy run ready. We won't be hitting... math. We will not be hitting 3 mil today. I was really excited to hopefully hit 3 mil today. We'll not quite be at 3 mil, but that's okay. We're gonna do our Jimmy run, hang out, yap for a bit, and then go get prepped for the catch event in an hour and a half. All right, chat. I'm getting hyped up to go berry farm. Okay, I wanna lock the fuck in. Okay, I wanna lock in. I wanna get some berries planted. Okay. We gotta do it, okay? It's really important. I want to get some berries done before event season. It has been the hardest thing on the account so far. I haven't successfully been able to do it to overcome this berry nightmare. Let me get my where's my whale pail? What's it called? Whale. We're gonna worry about that later. Whatever. My seeds. Okay. I have 7 cherry berries that I need to harvest. That's what I'm going to do first things first. These 7 cherry berries, I can just turn all these into seeds. Yes, please. Boom. Spices, plain. Okay, beautiful. Now, I just want to use these to make more of the bushes. So we're going to plant, first things first, Pecha over here. I think Pecha is sweet. And what I've learned is very sweets just count as 2 seeds, which is super nice. So we're going to do this. We're going to plant as many Pechas as possible. We'll water afterwards. We're going to plant as many Pechas as possible. Boom. We can actually plant a fair bit now. Now that I spent some time like doing the shards and... So all Pechas over here. We are going to use these plain sweets as well. It sucks to have to use 3 of them like this, but I think it's still worth it. Okay. And that's what I can do in Pechas. We're going to water all these. And then we're going to come over here. And we're going to try to plant cherries. And cherries should just be... spices. Let's do a very and plain. Okay. I have to go infinite. Obviously, I would love to just start growing Leppas, but that's not really how it works, unfortunately. I have to be able to self-sustain. Yeah, I only watered one of the plants. Look at that. I have to be able to self-sustain these first. I have to self-sustain Pechas, Rosts and cherries before I can start doing leppas. So next up is rosts. I don't know what seeds you need for rosts, so I'm gonna go double check. We can actually, you know what? Let's just see if we can actually physically check it. What's bitter? Very bitter and plain bitter. What's that give us? Rost. Okay, beautiful. That's what I expected. The main 3 berries. Okay, so we're gonna plant these. We're gonna like separate these by section. Beautiful. We're basically playing Stardew Valley, true and real. Plain bitter. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Rost. Okay. So, this is so much better than last time. Like, it's crazy. Like, we're already going... What does sour do? I don't know what these make. I just want to check. Aspire. I don't think we need these. I'm going to learn... What does dry do? I'm going to learn so... It's crazy, like... Oh, not that. Whoops. Having to, like, just test and, like, do all of this stuff. These gives chestos. I think I do want to do these as well. Just to have more... Because I can go infinite on chestos. And I need chestos. Okay. That should be good. All the basic berries we need to... like, we want as many as possible, essentially. I'm going to water this. And then we use the basic fundamental berries. The chestos, the rost, all that stuff. Eventually, we'll get more and more and more. And then we can... Once you start combining the seeds for more complicated berries, like the leppas, we'll get to that. But this is... Okay. This is a huge start. I have a timer set on my phone for 8 hours from now. There's a 16-hour grow. This should be a good progress start to the Iron Man. I'm really getting into berry farming. Alrighty, fellas, this catch event begins in about 2 minutes. I want to go through some calculations really quick. We are using synchronize. The ideal situation is synchronize plus nest balls to get as many catches as quickly as possible and increase our chances of stats and numbers and yada yada yada. So this is PokeMMO Hub's catch calculator. If you don't know, definitely check it out. I run through these every time before a catch event, and it has greatly helped my catch event success. I mean, I think I've placed in what, 3 or 4 catch events so far on the Ironman accounts. I've placed in like 3 or... I'm trying to think. Corsola, Coffergigas, and then the Delibird one. I think I've placed in 3 catch events. Maybe a 4th that I'm forgetting, but I don't remember. I've placed in at least 3 catch events over 5 months on the account. So this has been greatly helping my success. Let's go through. Let's check. Do one sec. So the Pokemon are Shroomish, Nest Ball, that does work. Next up, Tailo. Tailo, Nest Ball, that is 100% catch rate. Slackoth, 100% catch rate, it seems like. Trico might not be, but I'm not even luring, so it won't actually be a Pokemon that I catch. Yeah, it's 23% catch rate, but it's not an issue for me. So you definitely shouldn't pop lures for this. And then Wurmple, Zigzagoon, and I think these are definitely going to be 100%. Yeah. I should have double checked Slackoff. I'm surprised that one's... Yes, and then Poochel. Okay, so that is... Okay, I can confirm everything except for Trico is 100% Nest Ball. Did the event actually begin? I think it might have just begun in global chat, but I missed it. Yeah, it's 3 p.m. I'm going to throw my first ball. It should have begun. Nest Ball. Nest Ball is... It's really expensive. It's not super good for main. On an Ironman account, it's like so worth it. Beautiful. So this should be a pretty fast, quick event. Like everything should just be a Nest Ball. Here's our first catch. Not terrible. A berry, honestly, I will take the free berry for the Ironman every day of the week. I'll see you guys with any big catches, hopefully. That's not a bad catch. So it's not catch event winning. This is a fantastic slacking breeder on the Ironman. That's what it is. Adamant nature, 20 plus in every stat except for defense. This will be wow. This will be, I'm gonna label this in a quick sec. This will be turned into a breed. That's amazing, actually. This will be turned into a slacking. It's been theorized that slacking could be really interesting for raids in the future since it only needs to get off 1 attack anyway. Slacking's ability Truant actually doesn't hurt it that much. There's a great breeder as well, 31 attack Adamant. It doesn't actually hurt it as much as you would think in raids, which is pretty interesting. And a 2 times 31 catch 5 minutes in. What is happening? Okay, my luck today is really good. My luck today seems really good. I don't know if it'll carry out through the entire event. We're only 5 minutes in. I've caught like a wild comp Slackoth almost. The 2 times 31. I've caught 2 1 times 31s. We're 5 minutes in. I barely caught that many mons. This is gonna be okay. We have some sick potential here. Okay, I accidentally let this go on my PC without even doing a clip or recording it. This is a good catch. Oh, it's -10 though, I think, isn't it? There's a zigzag. Yeah, that's okay, man. Okay, that's okay. It's still a really good breeder. Male, female, or male field, 31 speed. I need more 31 speed Pokemon. That honestly, I've come to notice the IV that I need and it makes sense. The IV that I need the most by far is always 31 speed. Like if you're going to go for a 31 stat, it's almost always speed. Like speed matters so much more, having that, you know, that number, because obviously whether you're 80 speed or 81 matters so much to tie your opponent. I can't catch this here, can I? I almost quick balled this or netballed this out of habit, but it's Route 104. I'm not quite in Petalburg Woods. That'd be cheating. I can't do that. Anyways, really good catch. Not submission worthy, unfortunately. What the fuck is happening? Look at these. Okay, once again, terrible catch for the event. This is never. It's like also a -10. It's a pooch. Look at these. I'm getting like the best breeders from this event. Is this my third 2x31? This is either my second or third 2x31, which if you don't know is a 1 in, is it 78 chance? I think it's like 1 in 78 or something like that for a 2. That's crazy. What the hell? I'm getting insane breeders for this event. Wow. What is happening with these catches? Brave Nature, like it's plus attack, but it's minus speed. 20 plus in every physical. Like this is just a like decent. I don't need another catching Breloom, but this is a decent catching Breloom. Like I would just use this if I didn't have one already. Mine's literally Brave. Like this is better than my catching Breloom. Like this is crazy, man. Wow. That's an insane. This is such a. I'm probably use this as a breeder in the fairy and plant egg group. Another amazing catch. This event has been so good for me for breeders. Another 2 times. What is happening? Another 2x31, and it's modest, so it actually could be like a relevant. What the fuck? That's so sick. Are you serious? Like the fourth 2x31 today. No, it's -10. Oh, that's dude. What is my luck today? There's 21 minutes left in the event. My luck is so insanely good. This is a 161, but it's -10, so it's never gonna. And to be fair, without that, even if it was like plus, if it was +5 maybe, but that's like that's like 2 what if, you know, coded. Damn. I'm getting insane luck today. Insanely good luck. This is also a pretty low catch. This is a 22 overall. I think someone else said they had a 14, but I didn't see it linked, to be fair. But I've seen, so I think people will beat that for sure. But that's not a bad, that's probably my best submission so far, which is kind of weird, but it probably is. All right, that is the end of the catch event. I don't know if I have anything like crazy worth submitting. I have a 22 as my lowest, which would usually be pretty good. But for this event with -10 being on the table, I don't think it's good enough. I have a 22 and like a 151 is my highest, I believe. I'm going to go sort my boxes really quick, and I will submit one of those. I think they are submit worthy, even though they're probably not going to be like relevant enough. Oh my, look at my boxes. I have stuff bleeding all the way over into my release, into my XP training. No way. I thought this would be enough. That's insane. For reference, dude, I have like 10, 11. Okay, I have a lot of space here, to be fair, but I have like less than 60 spaces in my entire box left. That's really scary. I showed in a little clip showing this, but the catch event did end, and I'm sorting through everything. I caught like, I actually just checked my nest balls. I had 200 nest balls. I caught 95 Pokemon in this event. I had Pokemon. This box was full. This box was full, and this box was also full. They were bleeding over to here. I caught so many mons in this event, and now I'm going through and like releasing everything, going row by row. This box is sorted by total IV, so it's all the lowest ones at the bottom. Like this one gets saved, but all of these, anything without a 31, boom. I just go row by row, boom, released. All right, from this catch event, we ended up keeping 22 of the 95 Pokemon caught. I can show you guys. I ended up getting 3 different 2x31 Pokemon. This really well statted one. This 2x31, you can see the stats over here. I'm going to show them quickly. This 2x31 Poochyena. This 1x31, but then 20 plus in every other special attack stat. Zigzagoon. There's the Slakoth that was like almost PvP ready. Plus raid ready maybe. 2x31 Shroomish. We got the third 2x31, 2x31 Zigzagoon. I'm going to try to breed whatever these together that I can. That a bunch of 1x31s and then just like 20 plus in many stats. I can move this many over to my breeder box, but that does fill up my breeder box. And then I have 4 leftover spots. So I'm going to have to do a breeding arc at some point in this episode for sure. All right, catch events are coming through. Thank you for the sub, Patty Moley. In 4th place with 9 points. Nice IGN, bro. Scooty. Yeah, Scooty. Dude, Brewski's the same thing. Scooty. My main man. I don't know who that is, but my main man, Scooty. 4th place. What a good name for 4th place. And a total score of 9. Next up, 3rd place. 170. That is a high. We expected like decently high, to be fair. It's like a +5. And it's a when this event, when you can just nest ball spam and catch consistently over and over and over again, it's always going to increase the amount of Pokemon you see, so it increases the points. Okay, 170 for 3rd place was high. 177 for 2nd place? Holy shit! Now, 170, a little high for 3rd place. Makes sense, okay? 177 for 2nd place is crazy. And then 1st place, a 1 point difference. Who was the 2nd place? Chaos Prime. And then 1st place, the winner of the event, not Banner, 178, dude. Congratulations. A 1 point different. A 1 point different shiny war. Or fuck, I ruined the bit now. A 1 point different catch event, just like the Team Mr. 9th Shiny War. It's cinema, boys. It's cinema. A 1 point different catch event followed by the 1 point different Shiny War. Just absolutely amazing. That's me. Not Banners in chat. Congratulations, dude. That is a sick catch. Huge congratulations, man. Thanks to everybody for participating in the event today. Alrighty, fellas, we are back on the Ironman in a beautiful new day, and we successfully, our berries didn't die. Okay, we did it, boys. We did it at least this once. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I count correctly? 9 Pechas to farm, 6 Rosts, 4 Cherries, and 2 Chestos. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to extract my other I was going to hold on to these Chestos in case I needed them for the upcoming event season, but I'd rather extract them now and grow more while I'm planting berries, and then try to work on that. So I'm gonna do that, and this way I can see the loot from all these. Oh, my pitch as well. I'm gonna make sure I have none of these berries in my inventory, so no Rost, no cherries. I'm gonna extract these Pechas as well. Oh, whoops. And then after this, I can just basically show you guys the pure loot from the entire harvest. So I'm gonna harvest all these, and I'll see you guys with the loot. All right, here is the haul. 16 cherry berries, 41 Pechas. Wow. I guess 9 plants versus like 4. I mean, it's quite a difference. 41 Pechas, 27 Rost. I feel pretty good about this. And then the 10 Chestos. Okay. We have to go buy way more harvesting tools is the other thing, like on the Iron Man. We've spent so much Poke-Yen on harvesting tools. I will in the future, honestly, just buy a stack like this, but I don't want to do this right now. I would love to hit what's it called, 3 mil today for the first time on the account. So I want to spend the right amount to make sure I have enough things. I'm gonna buy like a few more, but not overspend to where I won't hit the 3 mil. That's my current goal. I'm gonna buy like 20 more. Yeah, let's buy like 20 more. There we go. This should hopefully. I'm gonna extract. I'm now gonna extract all my cherry berries, all my Chestos, all my Pechas, and all my Rost for seeds and replant and see how many bushes we can get. All right, extracting all of those gave us this many. I feel like a kid holding up. How old are you, Petrowski? This many. We got this many seeds. We have 20 Pecha berry plants this cycle. Okay, this is getting way better, to be fair. I'm still terrified of the idea of these dying. I always say, if I make one mistake, people are saying, oh yeah, just plant, just keep planting berries, Petrowski, just keep doing it. The problem is the people aren't calculating for human error. If I make one mistake while farming these berries, if I mess up one time and let this batch die, I will set myself back weeks of farming berries from wild Pokemon, of red shard farming to turn them in. Like, it's such a massive setback to let your berries die on an Ironman account. So I just have to be extremely, extremely careful. All right, I have planted and watered everything we have. What? I already forgot. 6, 8, 12, 18, 20 Pecha berries. We have 11 Rost, 11 Chesto, and then 7 cherry berries, boys. I will see you guys probably in 24 hours when we harvest. All right, fellas, another day, another gym rerun on the Iron Man account. I'm gonna pop an Amulet coin. This should hopefully get me up to 3 mil, which would be amazing. And we are also XP training our Medicham in the background while we do this, hopefully up to level, I don't know, 92 or something like that. Usually from level 80, they usually get up to like level 90s or so. Oh, we just finished our Jimmy run. Not quite up to 3 million. I would have loved to hit 3 mil today. Medicham up to level 90. I'm going to get prepped and ready and head over to Entei Hunt. I'm going to pop some legendary lures today as well, fellas. Give us a good chance of an exciting moment. Hopefully get that legendary encounter. We're halfway into October before the Halloween event season is here. Okay. It has just been brought into my attention, and shout out to X Clutch God. I really appreciate this. It has been brought into my attention that my Gothitelle has too much HP. I have this is for the pumpkin hard mode strat, so this needs to be very specific. I have 312 HP, but I need exactly 304. I didn't know that. Someone told me I need exactly 304. Okay, so that means I can fix this, but I need EV reducing berries, which is one of the hardest things on the Iron Man to grind and like get. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of I'm still Entei hunting right now. I'm gonna go back to, you know, Pomeg for HP. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research. I can fix her. Yeah, I can fix her. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research and figure out how many EVs I'll have to reduce, number one, and then how to also make the berries. I think we can. Thankfully, we caught it early enough. We have 2 weeks before the event. We have enough time. We should be able to fix this, but I'll have to keep that in the back of my mind. That's a great thing to let me know. Thank you once again, Clutch God, for bringing that to my attention. I did not know that. We're doing some math, doing some research. Okay, so a Pomeg berry is going to require 1 plain spicy seed. It's honestly perfect timing because I'm actually berry farming now. So honestly, it couldn't have happened at a better time if I have to make this, fix this mistake anyway. I need 1 plain spicy, I don't have these seeds right now, but I'm growing stuff, and I'll do this after this next batch. 1 plain spicy, 1 plain bitter, 1 very spicy is what I need to make a Pomeg bush. A Pomeg bush is going to be like 3 to 6 berries per bush, I assume, or something. I don't know if we can check actually. With our super strings, it might have that information actually. No, it doesn't still. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to assume it's like 3 to 6 berries per bush. I think if we grow 4 EVs equals 1 stat, we have 312 HP. It needs to be 304 HP or lower. It can actually be lower. I currently have 312. I need to lose like 10 HP. That's like 40 EVs, which is only like is that only like 4? I'm terrible at math. It's like 4 berries. It's like 4 Pomegs. Okay, I think that I can do like 2 Pomeg plants and be good. I wonder if I should actually I wonder if I should plant a fair bit of EV reducing berries prior to event season if possible. I might be in a big berry farming arc. It might be one of the biggest things that I do prior to event season. Stocking up on some EV reducing berries prior to event might be super nice. Okay, we are getting the hang of berry farming. This is kind of we're in our farmers arc. Farmers arc, brother. Daytona. Okay. We know that I can't do anything about it now. I have to just wait until my berries hatch tomorrow. I'm gonna go back to Entei farming for now, but I'm gonna keep that in mind. Thank you again for the heads up, chat. Dude, we're talking about, it's actually crazy how valuable and how important hidden ability Excadrill is to every Iron Man account. Like, it's actually so insane. Having a hidden ability, having Moldbreaker Excadrill, for me, it's really good in PvP. I like need a Moldbreaker Excadrill for my PvP team. Number 1. Number 2, it's really good for Elite 4. Like all the best Elite 4 rerun teams use hidden ability Excadrill, as well as like other like raids and PVM, and like it's actually like crazy how many things need hidden ability Excadrill, and you can only get 1. You can only get 1 per year or whatever, which is crazy. So we're going to factor that in. Now I'm also over in the cold storage right now because apparently there is a free Rocky helmet over here. I actually have no idea where it's at. I'm gonna go talk to every little orange hat fella I can. This is it. Boom. Okay, also if you need one, there you go. Free Rocky helmet over in Unova, over in the cold storage area. This NPC right here. Fun little tip of the day. I didn't know that. Alrighty, fellas, I have ran through all my legendary lures. I had 15 of them stocked up, 12 used today, and no Entei. That's okay. That's to be expected. That's the norm. It hurts a little bit for how long, I spent, it hurts a little bit, don't get me wrong, for like stocking them up and really trying to be on top of those with the Hubble refights, but it is what it is. We've barely done, I didn't start this trip until late. We've probably done like 500 encounters total for Entei, so it makes total sense we didn't get one. This is why you shouldn't pop legendary lures on a main account. They're a scam. Only on an Iron Man does it make sense. So I'm going to keep doing some casual encounters, but that'll probably be it mostly for today. Alrighty, fellas, it is another beautiful morning on the Ironman account, and look at our berries. Dude, we are doing it. We are actually making some berry progress on the Ironman account, and it feels good, but it is stressful. I'm going to start picking these. I think I'm starting with, I'm going to make sure I'm starting with, yeah, 0. I have 1 Aspire, but whatever, right? I want to quickly say, I did realize something really awkward due to the way that berry timers work, okay? I am not going to be able to pick my berries on stream every day. Some of them are going to have to be before stream. Because the problem is, if I start stream every day at noon and I pick my berries every day at the same time, or I'm a little like 5 minutes late, I'm actually going to miss out on berries. Because so these are 16-hour grow berries, which means that after 16 hours, they fully grow. And then you have an 8-hour grace period to pick them, and if you exceed that 8-hour grace period, all the berries lose -1 yield. So I think I planted these yesterday at like 1:30 or 2:30 p.m. If I waited I was late, which was a good thing actually. If I waited an extra hour, these would have all been -1 yield, and I would have lost berries. So I'm actually gonna have to. The weird thing with berry farming is, like, especially with the 16-hour berries, even if you're consistent every day, you almost need to be late some days, or else you'll keep ending up going early and earlier and earlier. The timing is so specific. People sleep on the fact that berry timing is just awkward, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about it right now, I might even just pick all of these now, go do my gym rerun, and then plant after. That might actually be the strat, now that I'm thinking through it in my head. I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. I think we might do pick first, Jimmy run for an hour. Yeah, which is really weird. It's just so weird to think about having to do, but I think that's the strat, man. We have a lot, dude. Look, I'm also so excited. Look at all these berries, dude. Oh my goodness. And I'm terrified. The biggest fear on the Ironman account is just making one mistake. Oh, double 6. Back, give me another 6. Okay, no, that's fair. It's fair. It's fair. I also did go ahead and plant the Aspire berries, because why not? Okay, I didn't get any extra from them, but whatever. I'm just trying to plant as much as I can, and I do need to make sure that I plant Pomeg berries today. That's the big kicker. Because of that Gothitelle situation, the Gothitelle situation is insane. I gotta make sure I plant the at least 3 Pomeg bushes today. That's gonna be the goal. Let me go ahead and pick these, and I will show you guys the loot from a first, like, proper Ironman batch, bro. 49 Chestos, 32 cherries, 51 Ross, 93 Petchas. Okay, we are actually we're starting to get some berries, dude. I guess that's the starting berry farming on the Ironman has been so difficult, but at least, like, do I do the max? No. So I want to keep enough to, I would love to get, yes, we can do this. Can I? I'd love to hit 3 mil today for the first time. I really, really want to do that. This is so tough. Let me do 250. Do the lowest amount that I can for the time being. How many do I have? I have 10. I don't have that many. But anyways, it's been really hard to start berry farming on the Iron. But it does seem like once I get it going, the amount of berries that I get will be, like, really high. And that is exciting. I will say, as the berry farming gets more and more successful, I just realized that cost me like 100K just to harvest all those berries. It's going to end up costing me, it's going to end up costing me like 150,000 Pokeyen a day to farm berries and Pokemon on an Ironman account. It's another one of those examples of people thought when I started the Ironman, you know, what do you need Pokeyen for, Petrowski? Why you care so much about gym reruns? Blah, 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 you know, yada, yada, yada. And to be fair, I didn't know how much we would need Pokeyen, but boy, do Ironmen need Pokeyen. Holy crap. And by, you know, on that same train of thought, let's go do our gym rerun. We're starting today at 2.8 mil. I'm going to be hitting 3 mil today for the very first time on the account. That's going to feel pretty darn good. Okay, we just finished our Jimmy run. Blaziken from level like 38 up to level 65, and our Pokeyen stacked is over 3 mil for the very first time. I kind of glossed over that, but we do have our first ever over 3 million Pokeyen stack. I'm now going to head over to Unova and go plant whatever berries I can. I need to make sure right away that I plant at least 3 Pomeg bushes. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It is 1 plain spicy, 1 plain bitter, and 1 very spicy. You have to have multiple spicy elements. I'm going to go ahead and plant these up here so I don't forget. We're going to go ahead and do this. 1 plain spicy. 1 very spicy. I can do it in any order, I believe. And then 1 plain bitter. Okay, we actually, this is legit. We actually can do it. That's already a good sign. I'm going to plant 3 of these. We're going to water them as well. Boom. Boom. Okay. And this should give me enough. These are the HP EV reducing berries. This should allow me to fix my Gothitelle. I almost want to do like 2 more. I'm trying to think. I almost want to do more. Should I do more? Is it really worth it? Do I need to, how much more do I need to sustain? How many EV reducing berries do I want to have? How many of these do I have? Let me go check. I might do like, it would use like, I don't have that many very spicy seeds, to be fair. I'm going to stop there. I think it's better to stop there. I don't have enough very spicy seeds to like really justify it. Now I'm going to switch over to Petchas, and I will see you guys with whatever plant that I can get done, essentially. All right, this is going to be the first time ever on the Iron Man account where I'm actually exceeding this initial patch. So I have 3 Pomeg berries, and then the rest are Pecha. It's like 12 plus whatever this number is. I have 12 more Pecha plants here. I have 12 cherries. I guess 10 cherries and 2 Pechas. More Pechas over here. 2 Aspir berries, and then 10. This is 22 Chesto plants. Okay. So now I have all of that done. I want to see, can you access these? Are these even plantable? I always forget. I always see them over here, but I don't know if you can actually use these. I don't think you can. So the other berry patch is actually over at Abundant Shrine. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you can actually fly to that location, thankfully. And we're going to go utilize that, man. We're going to fly to this green dot over here. It's going to take us over to Abundant Shrine. And we're going to plant whatever we can, whatever extra ones here. We still have a fair bit of seeds. We still have to do the, Rost. We haven't done like any Rost, so all of my Rost will go here. Beautiful. So I'll see you guys when I'm done filling out this patch. All right, and that is the final bush that I can go ahead and plant. So there's 2 Pechas over here, 12 berries over here, and then 12 more over here. So we have a lot. I just got a bronze on encounter. My Torkoal's gonna die. Rest in peace. There's a lot of berries here. We'll be farming. I'm gonna set my timer on my phone for like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. tonight. Water them then, and then I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow again on stream to harvest all these berries. It is really picking up. It's going so fast, actually. It was just that initial, actually got away from that the initial part was so hard, but once you get over that initial slump of those initial seeds, man, it gets so much easier. It's just the fear and the anxiety and the worry of, if I make one mistake, if I mess up, all these berries go kaput, and you waste so much time. Okay, Jimmy Run done, Berry Farm done. It is Entei hunting time. That is next up on the menu, boys. I'm out of legendary lures. I'm gonna be popping expert lures. We're gonna head over to Johto, run back and forth for the fire dog. I don't know if you noticed when you planted the Pomeg berries, but they take 44 hours to grow. I absolutely did not notice that. Thank you for the heads up. Gotta go fast in chat. Oh my, I'm really glad you said that. That's a great example of like, dude, there's so much berry farming stuff. I'm just getting distracted, and we're learning stuff as we go. That was a great heads up. Thank you so much. Alright, fellas, it is a beautiful day on the Iron Man account because we are literally picking all the berries known to man. This feels pretty good. I watered my Pomegs. These are going to take like 44 hours or whatever, so I'm going to have to really wait for those. But do I have any berries in my... Let me go check. I don't believe I have any Pechas, any cherries, any Chestos. I'm going to pick all of these. I'll show you guys the loot from them. We'll see how many we get. I have to go over to Abundant Shrine and pick those as well. I'm going to pick these, go do 20 minutes of heart scale farming because I owe you guys that. If Brewski's listening, I owe him that. And then I'm going to do my Jimmy Run, and then I'll come back and plant the berries. So I will see you guys with the full berry harvest. All right, here is our berry yield. We're a little low on cherries, and I actually have to really start working on that because cherries are one of the berries I need the most. Someone was saying you actually need to plant 2 times berries versus Pechas and raw. So I need to really up my cherry game. Cherry berries 39, 99 Chestos. That feels really good. 185 Pechas, 95 raws, and only 15 Aspirs. The Aspirs is the least important one though, so we're not worried about that. I am going to go do hard scale farming for 20 minutes because I owe you guys that from a claw previously that I never finished, which I apologize for, as well as I'm going to do my Jimmy Run. I almost wasn't going to do my Jimmy Run today. However, berry farming is getting expensive. Really, let me do a calculation. So 39 plus 99 plus 185 plus 94 plus 15. Wait, no, it shouldn't cost this much, right? No, it will to get all the seeds. Yeah. So 432. I'm gonna have to buy 432 extractors to get the seeds, right? That is 350 Pokeyen per. That's 150,000 Pokeyen. I am paying 150k per day to berry farm. That's expensive as hell. Per day. That is expensive as hell, in my opinion. And so that's gonna be a lot. And that's not even, I'm not even at the full, like, not every patch is even planted yet. So it's only gonna get more. I think that might be where we end up around like 150 to 180k. It's gonna be expensive. The extractors to get all the seeds from the berries are just expensive. It is what it is. It's something you have to calculate. It's going to end up being one of the... Oh, is it alpha spawn? What the hell? I'm going to go catch that, actually. It's actually one of the biggest expenses on the Iron Man is just berry farming when you get to that stage. It takes a while, but when you get there, you're going to be glad that you did your Jimmy run every day. Because it's post your Jimmy run, it's hard to make Pokeyen on Iron Man. An Iron Man account really only has 3 ways to make Pokeyen. Jimmy run, trainer rerun, payday pickup. There's E4 rerunning, to be fair. Like, there's a few other, Cynthia Morimoto. There's a few extra little things, but not as much as Jimmy Run, Trainer Run, Payday Pickup. Those are like the 3 real big ones. We got ourselves an Alpha Sableye encounter today. A pretty cool one to have an extra hidden ability access one. Maybe I want to build this one for PvP. Maybe I need a different PVM build for some reason. Always good to have Prankster Sableyes in your PC. All right, there is the Alpha Sableye catch. 2 times 31 defense and HP. That's pretty good. I'll take these stats. Totally usable. Timid nature. I don't know if that's like super viable here, but it's fine. I'll take this. I'll take the alphas. I'll take it, man. It's a totally fair catch. All right, I owe you guys 20 minutes of hard scale farming from a previous claw activation. So I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes and go ahead and get started. I want to make sure I'm never spamming you guys with things like that. So I appreciate your patience on this. I didn't think people would want to watch hard scale farming because it's so boring, but boy was I wrong, and that was my mistake. I messed up on that. So my apologies. Shout out to Brewski for the claw activation that day. Alrighty, fellas, Jimmy run number 66 begins on the Iron Man now. How many amulet coins do I have? We are XP training our Blastoise, our water spout blasters. I'd love to start incorporating that into our Jimmy runs somewhat here in the future. I'm kind of been lazy about it, but I'm just enjoying the run that I've been doing. It's nice, consistent. I can XP train a Pokemon while I do it, but I'm actually running low or running out of Mons to XP train. So we're going to reach a point where it actually is better to prioritize the Pokeyen over the free passive XP. Let's go ahead and jump into this, though. We're starting at 3 million Pokeyen. Our first time still really being there, but I'm about to spend a lot. I'm about to go spend a lot of Pokeyen on quick balls and balls for the catch event, as well as all the berry harvesting tools. So we're gonna spend a lot of Pokeyen soon. All right, I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet on the Iron Man, dude. I'm gonna go under 3 mil. It is what it is. I'm gonna spend the 350k. Boom. Buy 1,000 harvesting tools. This is only gonna last me a few days even. And then I have to also go buy a ton of quick balls, and we'll go do that after this. I'm gonna start. I don't need to show you guys the whole planting berry process. We're gonna reach a point where, like, it's just, you guys have seen it enough. I will show you how many seeds we get. We should get a bunch of seeds. That'll be kind of cool and satisfying. But I'm gonna plant what I can, and then I'll probably just see you guys. That's time you see me. It's a lot of very sweets. Wow, that's actually sick. I'm gonna plant everything, and I'll see you guys at berries again when I'm harvesting. But we'll see you guys at the catch event more sooner than that. All right, guys. First time saying this. We picked berries, we hard scale farmed, we Jimmy ran, and we planted our berries. Now all that's left is Entei hunting for about 30 minutes or so until the catch event. And that catch event is coming up in about 30 minutes. We'll prep for that. We'll go to that a little bit early as well. This is in an interesting spot in Sinnoh, and I do want to do a little bit of preparation, a little bit of pre-calculations and planning. So we'll go to that event a little bit early. All right, it is catch event preparation time, fellas. I'm going to head over here. We need cut. I'm going to head over here. I have my synchronize Kadabra. I don't know if I'm going to pop lures. The only reason you pop lures is for the Rotom encounters. Rotom doesn't actually get you any extra point bonuses. For the catch event purposes, it's actually not good to catch Rotoms, but for, like, the account progression, Rotoms might be a good thing to catch, but you also can't breed them with other things aside from just, it's a generalist species. So if you want like a really good Rotom, it's good to catch Rotoms. But if not, it's, don't worry about it. I might pop some lures and catch Rotoms, honestly, even though it's not better for the event, but better for the account progression. But we'll play it by ear. We'll test her a little bit. Now, I do want to use the PokeMMO Hub catch calculator, as always. Apparently, Gastly is supposed to be a 99% catch rate with Nest Ball. That seems really good. We'll see if that holds up. I only have 105. I'm gonna do it by more. So, like, Gastly and Rotom should be the only 2 Pokemon you're catching here. Nest Ball should be the best strat. Nest Ball plus Synchronize. And then Rotom is going to probably be like False Swipe. You probably need to like False Swipe, Soak, Spore it, which is a lot of work. You probably don't Nest Ball this. Actually, is it... What level is it in the wild? Let's go see. It is level 20 in the wild. That's going to be like a... What? Let's see. Level 20. A 3.2 times catch rate. I can see these numbers. People asked, how do I see these numbers on my Pokeball? It's actually from Super Strings. One of the secret best parts of the new strings, my Super Strings, is that is this. Like, having the calculators, the multipliers for the Pokeballs on the items in game is so nice. So there's that. I think this will be a pretty simple catch event, honestly. Just synchronize lead, throw Nest Balls, and just see what rolls happen. Let's just jump into it. The event begins in 2 minutes. All right, the catch event has officially begun. We're gonna get so many Chaos Egg Group breeders for this, which will actually be really nice. I'll have to breed a lot of them together after the event's over. I need to be breeding, boys. I need to be consuming some of those mons. Here's the first catch of the event. Modest is cool. Nothing at all. I will see you guys with any big catches, most likely. Hopefully, that'll be soon. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a 147 timid. It's not good enough. It's really good though. It's not good enough for the event. Yeah, is it timid's +5, right? Oh man, not like +10. That's a good catch. It's a good catch. That's a 152 for the event. A good catch. Not quite there. Great. Oh, wait. No. Oh, I was so excited. I thought it was another timid one back to back. I thought it was a Gengar comp for a sec, but the problem is I can't trade evolve it. I was like, that'd be a sick Gengar comp to get, but it's not even a Gengar comp. It's just a breeder. That's so sad because the Iron Man rules, I can't trade evolve it. Not even a wild Gengar comp, just a breeder. Damn. Nice 2x31 timid catch. Not really amazing for the event in terms of a submission, but definitely a great breeder I will value on the Iron Man account. Okay, right after the 2x31 catch, 3x0. Don't see that very much. That's weird. Yeah, this might be the last gas. It's gonna be cutting it really close. At 3 seconds, I think this is too late. 2 seconds, 1 second. Event's over. I don't think I got that in time. The event just ended. They are taking entries. I bet you this was a little too late. I think the catch is based on the time you throw the ball. Not that... I don't know if that... It was caught... Wow, I actually don't know. Not that it matters. I don't know. I think that... Would that count? I don't know if it would. I think it might not. I'm not sure. If it's caught exactly... It didn't matter because this catch is not submission worthy. But it is funny to think about, like... If it's caught exactly at 4 p.m. on the dot, does that count? I don't know. Anyways, asked him. It's not. If it mattered for the submission, I would. I'm gonna go back to my PC, see what people are flexing Arceus. That's kind of cool. And you don't see that every day. The Arceus flex, the King of the Hill legend. I'm gonna go back to my PC. I'm going to see what I can submit, and I'll see you guys with that, and hopefully catch up at results. All right, and then drum roll. My highest IV Gastly was the 152. It's a really good Gastly. It sucked that I can't actually use this as a Gengar. That's a bummer, but you know, it's the Iron Man rules, dude. I can use it as a Haunter, or I can use it as a Breeder. I don't know which one I'll end up doing with it, but it's a 152. I'll probably submit it, I guess, just because. Why not? You know, play it safe in the event, but I'll probably go ahead and submit that. And then my lowest catch was... a 39, which is a good, but it's like, it's still too high and it's timid, so not great. I'm going to submit my 152. Almost 0% chance of it ever submitting, but I'm still going to do it. My submission, smiley face, and then I'm going to type :sniff because I'm talking to Enzo, of course. You got to sniff Enzo. All right, we're still waiting for the catch event results. For the catch event, we do have an Alpha Corsola encounter. Why not go for that right now over in Johto? All right, catch event results are in. I missed 4th place. I'm a bad streamer. Apparently, it was 17. 17 was 4th place. Congrats. I didn't see the name. I'm so sorry. Congrats, everyone. 3rd place. A bit higher than I expected. Ooh, but they showed the time. I wonder if 3rd and 2nd will tie. 3rd place, 170 to Rhythm and Melody. Also caught. Never give up, fellas. Never ever give up. 4 minutes left in the event. Caught 3rd place. Congratulations. And it was a tie. 2nd place. It was a tie. 2nd place, but caught earlier at 20 minutes into the event. Congratulations to Basti with also a 170. 3rd and 2nd place both got a 170. Congratulations. And then 1st place. Let's see who was 1st place. What was the points? I'm gonna guess 175. Okay, I think I subconsciously knew it. The winner, what a good name, Mud Crip, 175. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. GG's. Another good catch event in the books, fellas. I'm gonna catch this alpha catch. Everybody got the alpha Corsola and Doduo. Good luck to everybody. Thanks to everybody for participating. Catch events are super fun. GG's. Well played. Congrats to Mudcrip. No, this Corsola has been such a pain in the butt, and then it becomes indignant on top of it all. +6 defense. Okay, I outsped. Maybe I can save this. This alpha catch has been so annoying. This is my 2nd attempt. Holy, turn 30 we got. That was a tough. I thought we were gonna get it. Turn 30. It'd be like 3 times 31. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. That catch sucked, but we got it. Whatever. All right, I haven't done much off stream recording this episode, but here we are. It is 1 a.m. I have been hard at work, slaving away over my PC boxes, trying to find breeds, set things up, and I feel like I've done quite a bit, honestly. I have a bunch of breeds set up here, and I'll go over these, I think, tomorrow on stream or at some point in the future. I'm a little too exhausted to go through every one of these breeds, but I have about 9 breeds here set up. Some of them, I think, yeah, these need to actually go together, so I need to wait for those to kind of pair up. I have some more over here, a bunch of Gastlys from the catch event earlier today, and then over here we have more breeds. About, what is this, 8 more breeds or so, 7, something like that. What is this, 1 2 3 4 5? I don't know, I can't count right now, it's too late. I do need to also breed this so I can then pair it up with this Murkrow, so I have some like things little, you know, lined up like this. I have like a 4 times here it is, 4 times 31 Haxorus / Axew breed on the horizon. I'm going to try to start slowly working on a hidden ability access Gibble breed / Garchomp breed. That'll be cool. And then I have more breeds over here. So I've got like a little bit, you know, a few sections, probably not really 30, but probably like, what is that, 7 times, like 21-ish. I would say 21-ish breeds set up in total. I've got my boxes down a fair bit. You can see this is my most current breeders box, and I've gotten it down this much, and it was like it still kind of is actually bleeding out into like these are actually also breeders, and these need to be moved over to the more breeder box. So it's not as clean as I'm really presenting it. However, I did want to record. I kind of had to record this up. I try to always just set up breeds and do things like this in the downtime, in the off time, and then I'll go through the little mini breeding extravaganza and show you guys when I actually go through with the breed versus all the time it takes, because it takes so much time to set up the breeds, and I don't need to show you guys all the time it takes to set up. That's just, it's too much in my opinion. It's not the most exciting stuff. You guys can basically see the breeds, you can see the fun part, the finished product, and I'll do all the work in the back end. I think that's more enjoyable. You guys can still see like, oh, I remember when he caught this Gastly during today's catch event, or like this Dwebble during a swarm, or during the Pokedex, or this Lumineon during a swarm, or during his like completing his Pokedex. Like, you know, there's certain things like that that do pop up, and I think that's kind of the fun part. The beauty of the Iron Man mode is you can look back and see where everything came from. But anyways, I wanted to actually record myself doing this, and that is releasing these Pokemon, and it's kind of sad, but it must be done. It is the 1 2 3 4 5. I'm releasing like 8 different, these Pokemon all have the same thing in common. Do you notice it? They are all Chaos Egg Group Pokemon with 31 attack. The problem is very few Chaos Egg Group Pokemon need 31 attack. I think Gallade is like the best one, and I already have a really good. Remember that episode? We put a ton of time into making a really good Gallade, so we already have that. We have a backup one as well. Why not? We already have a really good Gallade. Muck is one of the other ones, which Muck is not that good, but I have a utility Muck made. Like, there's just not a whole lot of purpose. Unfortunately, for better or for worse, there's not a whole lot of purpose in Chaos A Group 31 attack Pokemon. The main argument would probably be you can actually convert a lot of the Chaos Egg Group Pokemon into the Mineral Egg Group using, what's it called? Not Reuniclus. Oh, what's his name? The little Cofagrigus pre-evolution. This guy, Yamask. Yamask is in the Mineral and the Chaos Egg Group. So you can actually use Chaos Egg Group breeders to breed with him and then transfer those IVs over to the Mineral Egg Group. And 31 attack in the Mineral Egg Group is amazing. The problem is I'd have to, number one, need a bunch of Mineral Pokemon for that. And I don't really need that right now. In the future, I might, but shrug, you know, whatever. And then on top of that, I'd have to go catch a bunch of Yamask. So that's just such a far in the future thing. I need the inventory space. It sucks to release Pokemon with this many 31 IVs. It hurts, man. It's not good to see like 9 high IV Pokemon. That is one of the more brutal releases I've done on the account so far, but I think it must be done. I also changed my boxes up a lot, you might have noticed. This is now my training arc box. This used to be my release box, but I was using my release box to host all of the Pokemon that I needed to XP train and just have all my good like comps over there. It was a temporary thing, but I have now since moved all my Pokemon back over to my comps box. Comps is, you know, PVM Pokemon, PvP Pokemon, anything that is a completed competitive, whether it's competitive in PVM or PvP type Pokemon. So a big mishmash of things. You can see the Ho-Oh refight team, for example, is chilling up here, things like that. I also moved the Pumpkin hard mode fight over into the account box, and I'm going to try to move a few more utility mons and things like that over to the account box, but that's a tougher one. The account bot space is getting full. Definitely one of the tougher things to just manage on the account. That's always been the case. We've always known that, but some big progress in it, I think. Other than this clip, I'll probably just see you guys tomorrow. I need to hit the hay. Alrighty, fellas, it is a beautiful other day, new day on the Ironman account. We have a lot to do. We have a lot of berries to pick. First things first, we have our very important Pomeg berries. 7 Pomegs right there. 8. I think the yield is 7 to 9. I'll take it. Dude, those were 44-hour grows. Those took a long time to make. And now I'm gonna have, I need to use a few of these on my Gothitelle, and I will do that immediately right after I pick all my berries. But first things first, let me actually pick all my berries. Every single one of them. I have a ton. This is the first full batch we've done where literally every single patch has a berry planted. So I will see you guys with the loot from the berries once I'm done picking. Then we'll do our Gothitelle, we'll fix our Gothitelle, then we'll do our Jimmy run, and then we'll plant the berries a bit later. All right, every berry has been picked. I'm going to come back and replant them in like an hour or so. It's better to actually wait for the replant to line up the timers a bit better. Loot from berries, 72 cherries. That is much better than the other day. 197 chestos. We are getting up there, dude. 145 petras. Do we have seeds though still? Okay, we still have a lot of, that's why we still have a lot of Pecha seeds. We didn't plant nearly as many Pechas today. That's why those numbers are down. 178 Rost, very up, and even 36 Aspirs, pretty up. We're getting up there. The berry farming is going well. I'm now going to head back to my PC and go fix my Gothitelle this instant. We're going to have to go EV train it and whatever other stats we can just to fill out the EV so we don't mess it up again. Okay, I think I'm going to take this step by step. I want my Gothitelle to have 304 HP. We're going to go 309. We're going to do another 307. I think we just do another. We can always gain HP EVs as well if we need to. 305. We have to go down one more regardless. And then we probably have to HP EV train it afterwards a little bit. Boom. Let's see. 303. I think this is also, someone said 304 or lower is correct. I think if I go gain like 2 HP EVs, that will bring up to 304 because it has to be divisible by 4 or whatever, or maybe 4 more. We'll have to go see. I'm going to go get it up to 304 just in case. Get that very specific 304 EVs, and then I'm just going to go like special attack EV or like dump the EVs into another stat that's mostly going to be irrelevant just so I can't mess it up again. Okay, I think this should work. This is all very particular, very specific. I put a Macho Brace on my Gothitelle. I turned on my XP Reamplifier. It's going to gain double EVs, but no XP, I believe, if I recall correctly. And then I also have a bunch of other Kadabras. I'm trying to gain as little XP as possible. I guess they don't really matter then. As little XP as possible. I'm doing overkill while also getting the HP EVs that I need to bring it up to 304. Let's see. This should be fine. This should be fine. If I mess up again, we can always fix it. We have extra Pomegs, but this should be what I need. It should give me 4 HP EVs, which should raise my stat by 1. Oh, it didn't. Does it not? Oh, did they change it? Okay, I'm sorry. Someone, Matcha Brace does not double EV. I think it used to, or there was something else. It was like the different brace. Okay, so I actually need to do. I'm too stressed about this. I need to do one more Stun Fist single encounter, and that will raise me to 304 HP. And we'll be good. All right, there it is. 304 HP. Okay, our Gothitelle now should be good. We should be good. We should be safe. I'm gonna turn off our amplifier. I'm gonna take this off. Well, actually, I do need to go. I'm now going to go XP or EV train it in. I'm going to put the Matcha Brace back on. I'm now going to go EV train it in special attack just to dump the EVs. Just so they don't accidentally go somewhere else. Or go back into HP potentially. So once we do this, this should fully fix our little Gothitelle debacle. All right, but there it is. The final Spatak EVs. I think this is my Gothitelle fixed. It still has plenty of XP to spare. I'm going to throw it back in the PC and just lock it up because I don't want to stress about it. I don't want to worry about it. I'm going to lock it up. I'm going to throw it in the PC. We're going to go do our Jimmy run. We have a very special Jimmy run to do today, fellas. All right, we are starting our Jimmy run. Got a little distracted yapping in stream as per usual. Starting our Jimmy run, we're popping our 5th Amulet coin down to 4 remaining at 2.3 million Pokeyen. We're also XP training a Mienshao in the back, level 82. A good mon to have up to level 100 for various PVM activities. Oh, I almost forgot. Today is actually a really important Jimmy run, guys. Do you know why? Ahaha, get your ahahas and cringes at the ready. This is Jimmy run number 67 on the account. Woo! I'm sorry. Okay, this has been a really fun stream. I've been yapping a ton. We have a lot more to do. Let's refocus a little bit, okay? First things first, I still have, I don't need to buy anymore, thankfully. Okay, I still have a ton of harvesting tools. I need to use all of them on all of the berries that I have. I have so many berries. And then I need to plan out or figure out, is today the day that I want to try to Leppa farm for the first time? Can I self-sustain from here? I might be able to. I might actually be at that point now. I have to look up the, what's it, maybe, I don't know if I have enough spicy seeds actually. Let me go check. Only 27 very spicy. I think you need multiple of these for Leppas. But I could do some. How long do Leppas take to grow? I'm gonna do a little bit of planning, research, and I'll see you guys with my when I have my plan ready to go in motion. Okay, that's actually crazy. I actually don't have enough harvesters. So I am gonna have to spend. I spent 350k on those. What? On that giant stack, and it's all gone already. Berry farming is freaking expensive. Part of me wants to stop doing Jimmy runs and like focus on Entei farming, but there's another 350k on berry farming, dude. I think I do need to start Leppas actually, so I can like really hone in and lock in and focus on what I actually want to get and have, so I'm not just like berry farming and wasting Pokeyen. So we do have to start thinking about Pokeyen. Yep, it's gonna be 1 plain spicy, 1 plain bitter, and 1 very spicy. The problem is I don't want to do all of I cannot use all that I have to just make as many Leppas as possible, because then I will go, what's the word? 1 plain spicy. Wait, that's a tomato. Wait, I'm reading the wrong thing. Let me really figure this out. All right, there we go. Yasu-kun in chat is helping out a ton. Plain sweet, very spicy, plain bitter. I'm gonna write that down. That's Leppas. I need to see how many I can make, and then I need to make sure I can stay infinite and go check the ratios on what I need to plan for this. Yeah, I love that everybody in chat right now is like self-sustain his ass. Yeah, people are saying you have to do 2 spots per every 1 spot for Leppa, which is actually crazy. So that means I would basically plant 1 patch here of Leppas. This would be Leppas, and then these 2 would be cherry, and these 2 would be Pechas, and then this and another patch would be like Chestos or whatever the other. You need bitters, spicy, and sweet, right? So that's crazy. So you get like 1 patch of Leppas per Every 7 plots of berries you grow, you get 1 plot of leppas. Is that the math? That's disgusting if that's how that works. I'm gonna try that. This is gonna be our first ever attempt at trying that. Also, plant and harvest times are gonna be a little awkward. You have to also, that's the other thing. I almost wonder if it is worth, I've told this before, I think since we're coming up close to event season and I want to have some leppas just in case for that event season, I'm gonna go ahead and start farming them now. I feel like in the future, it might actually be better to just do like 1 full day of Pecha where I plant only Pechas, and then 1 full day of Chestos and 1 full day of cherries, and just like do that. And then every 3 days I do like a Leppa batch or something, or it'd be like once a week I would do a Leppa batch, something like that. That's crazy. That might be like the long-term strat. I feel like the full day method would be easier to keep track of. I think that might be the thing. The problem is with cherry berries, yeah, exactly. You're not always guaranteed the very spicy. The fact that you need a very spicy, you can't just utilize 2 spices. Yeah, great point. Absolutely. That's what makes it really complicated. The optimal ratio of raw Pecha cherry Leppa plants is 1 to 1 to 1.85 to 2.5. Dude. Berry farming is too type A for me. I respect it, and you've done all the work. I respect that. That is insane. That's beautiful. Beautifully crazy is what I'll say. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna try to do, once again, since the event's coming up, plain sweet, very spicy, very plain bitter. I'm gonna start leppas. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try leppas for my very first time. Okay. Hopefully this does not fuck me up and ruin all my stuff. I'll have to be careful. In the future, I actually probably never want to... I want to start never using very spices to plant cherries or whatever. I'll only use the plain spices and do 3. I'll probably start doing that in the future. We should be excited. It's funny, like, we should be really excited. This is our first ever Leppa yield, but instead it's literally just like frustrating because it's like such a menace to do. Also, it's a 20-hour growth time, so it might be a little off. We'll have to see. We'll have to just see how it plays out, man. I'm gonna try this. Our first ever Leppa, and the rest is gonna be non-Leppas. All right, it took way too long, but we planted all of our berries. We got it done, boys. That's what matters. We got it done. We have a lot of Chestos. The Chestos, I actually want to just like use up those seeds now and get all the berries and then not turn them back into seeds for the most part. Those will just be kept as Chestos because I need Chestos for the event itself, for the pumpkin hard mode, but I can't use dry seeds. Dry seeds are not relevant for Leppas specifically, but I want to have some, right? So any of these that I use, I'll just be keeping as Chestos for the event itself. We have a lot of it's a good sign when we have all these leftover seeds. That's what I'm excited about. And as you can see, the only seed that I have none left over is spices. Spices definitely, like chat, the other Iron Men in chat who have explored this before me have called out. Cherries easily seem to be the biggest thing to try to sustain. I did plant more Leppas over at the Abundant Shrine patch. So you can see I have about 10 Leppa plants over here and then like 4 more. I think so. I have a fair bit of, I have like 14. I have a fair bit of Leppas. I did all the Leppas that I could, and then I should be able to self-sustain, hopefully. I'm gonna be like, I can self-sustain, but it's not evenly self-sustaining, if that makes sense. That's the problem that I'm at right now. Like, yes, I can self-sustain, but I don't know the exact ratios quite yet, and it's gonna take more testing and more experimenting and more just me physically practicing getting the muscle memory down as well. It matters, So anyways, that's all the berry farming done for today. Huge progress, huge arts. I'm gonna head over to Johto. It is Entei hunting time. I'm kind of just thinking about this in live time. Vincer brought up like, when will Iron Man do shiny wars, and he was talking about like just an Iron Man only shiny wars. Honestly, the most motivating thing for me to farm Leppas is the idea of prepping for next year's official shiny war on an Iron Man. And I love the idea of getting an Iron Man only team and trying to place top 50 in the official shiny wars, and that will be super hard. That will be like insane. That would be a super cool hyper end game, hyper long term, amazing thing to shoot for. And imagine that'll be it's phenomenal. Like, I'll just save up all the Pokeyen for expert lures for single encounters and save up all the Leppa berries possible, and just, I'd also try to save up. I'd have to egg prep. Imagine egg prepping on an Iron Man account for official shiny war, where you are literally like, my box space is already so limited, but you're like catching Dittos and trying to like make breeds and just have all these eggs in your boxes that you don't hatch. It'd be really interesting. I adore the idea. It would be like a multi-month preparation to really go for official Iron Man, official Shiny Wars as an Iron Man, because you have to work so hard to succeed. And it would be also the more years we wait, the longer we wait, the more people that are going to be willing to do Shiny Wars. And the harder it's going to be to get top 50. I think doing it next year is really important. The more years we wait, the harder it's going to be to place top 50 as an Iron Man only team. It is a beautiful day on the Iron Man account because this is the first time within 959 hours, let me mind you. The first time in almost 960 hours in the past 5 months, okay? Past 5 months of playing the account, this is the first time I will ever get a Leppa Harvest, and I'm really excited. I will see you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pick all my berries, and I will just see you guys with how many Leppas I end up with. I do have 9 Leppas heading into this. That is super important. And I don't believe it's never worth, from my understanding, to use the harvesting tool on the Leppas. So every Leppa we get will be used in the future for shiny hunting and any sort of PVM, PvP, or not PvP, but PVM, shiny hunting, whatever activities we may need them for to, restore our PP. I'm gonna go ahead and get picking. All right, the final berry has been picked. It is time to reveal how many Leppas did we get. 168. I mean, that's compared to the other harvest, right? It's a lot. It's a lot of berries. It is a lot of berries. However, at the same time, I was thinking about it. It hurts me a little bit. That's like an hour and a half of shiny hunting. Like that's what's like all of this work, all of this time. I think it's kind of crazy. I think that most Leppa shunts on a main account are actually going to be time swipe hordes that you just repel to on an Iron Man. I think it's actually going to be more efficient most of the time. Certain shunts that are so far from a PC, sure, I get it. Probably use Leppas if possible, but I'll probably just save these for Shiny Wars. I don't see myself using Leppas outside of Shiny Wars. It's just too expensive. It's too expensive, requires too many resources. It's just too much, man. I am now going to go I think do something for a little bit and plant my berries in a bit, because you want to, at least for my timing on things, I want to pick my berries, go do something for a bit, then plant them later, and then that allows them to never be like pushed too far back, if that makes sense, because since they grow in 16 hours, it means I have to pick them before the 24-hour mark. It's currently 11 a.m. as I'm picking these berries, and that means if I go live on Monday, for example, and I go live at noon, well, now my berries have actually all lost up. They're all -1 yield. They've all wilted a little bit, so I don't want to get too ahead on my berries. So I want to go do something else and then come replant them at around 1 or 2 p.m., something like that. All right, and while this episode's already turned into a more detailed episode than I anticipated, I wanted it to kind of be like a secret meme in between episode, but it's kind of just becoming a full progress episode, but it depends on how you view it, I guess. So I did farm some Dittos off camera, as you can see over here. These were all done just while Entei hunting. I'm actually now up to 1,700. Well, this is like 1,800 encounters for Entei, but in actuality, that number is not accurate. I'm probably closer to 1,500 or 1,600 encounters for Entei. I know that a fair bit of these encounters, 130 were Gastly. That was from the Gastly catch event, and like some of these like EV training, like this is not 100. I would say 1,500, and even that's like being a little bit generous, to be honest. So I would say I'm only about 1,500 encounters into the Entei, but it's been difficult to track that because I have been jumping around activities a fair bit. But I caught some Dittos in the meantime during that process, and very few of them actually had stats / good IVs. I think, like, look how many I caught here. It's like 30, 40, probably 40 something Dittos. And I think I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1x31s. Which is like a 1 in 10 chance or so for a 1x30, which is terrible. The average is like 1 in 5, 1 in 6. So really bad luck on the 1x31s on the Dittos, unfortunately. But you know what? What are you going to do? That's okay. I did get at least, 2 different 1x31 speed Dittos. And that is like actually what I'm looking for. Speed, 3 different ones. 4. Oh, okay. I'm complaining about the 31 Dittos, but to be fair, a lot of them are in the stat that I need. I need that 31 speed. I need more 31 speed IVs. It's definitely the IV that I'm lacking the most in my breeders, and it's the one that I need the most, and that's a problem. But the real reason I'm showing you guys this clip is that you might be able to already tell, but these are all my shittos, right? From, I believe, here all the way down to here. These are all my shittos. And I want to go ahead and consume these and clear up some PC space. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch these breeders to eventually, these Pokemon to breed in the future. Move them over there like that. And now I can have it over here. I can even just, I'll bring the rest of those or whatever. Quick sec. But I'm basically going to do an Iron Man batch of rare shiny hunting and give myself that chance for a rare shiny. Do my 30 eggs here in a quick sec. And then after I breed these 30, I will still have about 5 Dittos left over to do a few more. But I'm going to go ahead and start making the eggs really cheaply with these Pokeballs, not selecting genders and things like that. Just going through the 30 eggs just like this, as you guys have probably seen me do a few times at this point. And then I'm going to go hatch the eggs while passively hunting for Entei, and I'll see you guys over there. All right, it is now Friday night. It's midnight, and I'm going to be honest, I never, ever planted my berries, okay? Hear me out. I know that I'm an inconsistent person, and I am terrified of the idea of all my berries dying, and streaming honestly helps me stay consistent with my berry farming more than I probably ever have in PokeMMO. So I think my plan is I'd rather play it safe, play it smart, wait until Sunday night, and then plant my berry, or I guess Sunday. I guess it would rather be Sunday. Yeah, probably Sunday, like morning-ish. Plant my berries Sunday, and then harvest them on Monday. And then when I do that, I'll be more on track, more consistent, more on schedule. And that's it. Quick little clip, but wanted to let you guys know why you won't see a clip of me actually checking my berries, farming them for a little bit. I'm not going to be doing them over the weekend. I just honestly don't trust myself. And I think it's an important thing to acknowledge, an important thing to encourage, let you have some time off and not always be constantly planting berries. I mean, that's just going to happen on the Iron Man naturally as well, since it costs so much. I'm down to 2.2 million Pokemon. I was just at 300k, and I had to spend so much on berries. There's a good chance I just don't farm nearly as much berries, honestly, heading up until the event season. I think I'd rather save my Pokemon for breeds and clearing up my boxes, which is probably the next step on my to-do list. I did do a fair bit of Entei hunting today. I'm trying to get as many encounters as possible. I'm at around 2,000. Once again, don't trust this number entirely. This is my trip number, but a lot of this was done on catch events and other little weird activities. So I would say around 2,000 encounters into Entei, which, if the community guesstimated rate of 1 in 5,000 is about correct, we're almost halfway-ish, kind of, to Entei on average. Oh, there's Entei. Nice. Nice. There's the Entei encounter. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. That's pretty lucky, too. I'm over here like, oh, there it is. I think I'm just relieved. I don't deserve it. I mean, I went dry on the one, you know. I like to think that hopefully going 22,000 encounters dry on that Articuno / Zapdos hunt, I've been paying dividends. I've been getting super lucky on my other legendary encounters, dude. Nice. Not a very crazy reaction. It's 1 a.m. for me, so it's super late. So sorry, not the loudest, not the most excited Petrowski reaction, but you know what? That's the truth of the matter, man. Sometimes the reactions are real, so sometimes they're not that crazy. Honestly, I'm more so looking forward. I'm just looking forward. I'm looking too far ahead right now to focus on this exact moment. My brain is focused on the Halloween event, you know, the guides, the preparing, you know, things like that. So sorry, Entei, you're not getting the love that you deserve, but you know, happy to have you, dude. This is my second, I believe. Yes, second, so 2 out of 3 Beast in Johto. That's kind of cool. I only need Suicune now to complete the trio. That's pretty neat. Now, the biggest thing I'm hoping for here is a good most important thing is a good nature. I would love to see this thing come out as adamant. Even lonely or naughty would be amazing. Even, honestly, if we're being totally honest, naive, hasty. What's the other one? I'm forgetting one. No, those are the two. Jolly, naive, hasty, jolly, adamant, naughty, lonely. Could be any of those. Would love to see it. I'm gonna stall this fight for a little bit and see you guys hopefully with the catch. All right, there it is, the Entei catch. Come on, nature's the most important thing. It's gonna be. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. That got me a little hyped up. That's awesome. That's usable. That is usable. As long as it is not minus attack, that's usable. We take those, dude. The stats can all be fixed. That's fine. Also, that's not bad. Wait a minute. These stats. Wait. These stats are like really good, actually. Wow, 144. All I have to do is put a bunch into attack. Dude, that's amazing. Okay, now that I have it in my grasp, I'm a little more excited. That is one. I can stop. I'm so sick of running back and forth here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. I got more lucky eggs. We will take those. I'm done running back and forth. I can stop doing this. Oh, thank everything. I can go set up breeds. That's one of the big 3 things I have left to do before the Halloween event. Before the Halloween event, I have 2 more things to do. There's about 10 days until the event, and I need to get myself a prankster Murkrow still, get that breed going. The problem is I'm kind of stuck. I need to catch more flying egg group breeders. I think that's like the weird situation that I'm in. So I might need to specifically like go nest ball Pidgeys or go do something kind of weird to go get the breeders that I need. Even though I've been catching a bunch of mons and I have all those breeders in my boxes, like I've talked about a million times, I still don't have the right breeders, which is so frustrating. But anyways, we have our Entei. Oh, we got our rainbow quills. Part of me wants to go use those immediately, honestly. I can always just wait, though. I do need to EV train that. We'll have to do some EV training, some serious EV training prior to a lot of the stuff. That will go right over here next to the Articuno. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fire beast. All right, I have been setting up many breeds for multiple days now, maybe even like towards a week. As you can see, I have a full box of breeds. This is 30 different breeds, not just like rare shiny chance, not just eggs, right? This is all like 2x31s, 3x31s. This is a ton of like really detailed specific eggs that hopefully everything's paired up. I'm gonna go through everything individually, show you guys. A lot of this is just 2x31s, like trying to clear a box space. Don't get me wrong. Like you see some chaos egg group 2x31s here. This is actually well, I'd end up, you know, releasing a lot of my 1x31 attack chaos egg group mons. I talked about that pretty recently. Those were irrelevant. Here we see a 2x31 chaos like special attack and speed breed. So like some of these are just, a lot of them are just breeding up stats, trying to clear up some space. This is how you do breeders in the future though on an Ironman account. You have to just kind of breed without a purpose in the meantime, and then eventually later on you have to pair them up with those puzzle pieces. My boxes are getting really messy and really confusing, which is why I kind of have to do some breeds. I have to do some breeds and clear up some space. So here's like 60 breeds that the gender does not matter. That's how I kind of organize them, is the gender does not matter on any of these breeds. They can roll out. However, these breeds over here, all of these I want to make female. So these are the big, like really important breeds. This Gibble, I want to keep a Gibble, right? This Axew, I want to keep an Axew. This Politoed, I want to keep a Politoed, make a nice drizzle access raid PVM drizzle setter. And over here we have like a, you know, an Eevee. We have a Fearow. I want to make a Ferethorn. We have an Empoleon potentially for raids and other PVM and maybe PvP. And over here we have some other breeders. This is actually secretly one of the most important breeds, is this one right here. I really need to make, this one's kind of, no, this is good. I really need to make flying egg group breeders. That's my current predicament, is the two most important Pokemon. It's funny, I have all these breeds set up, right? But the two most important Pokemon that I need to breed right now is this Hidden Ability Access Murkrow and then this Alpha Murkrow. And I was trying to keep this Murkrow Alpha, but I don't think I'll be able to. It'd be really nice. I honestly could potentially wait. I really just want it for the Red Refight. And the question is, how important is rushing the Red Refight now? I might end up just letting this sit for a little bit and keeping the alphaness just for the collective aspect. There's not a reason to keep it alphaness besides the collectiveness and like the flex and the, you know, the status kind of symbol. But I like that on an Ironman. The problem is, like, that is a cool thing to achieve. That is a cool thing to really shoot for on an Ironman account. Every 6x31, every like good statted alpha Pokemon means you worked that much harder for it. And that's what MMOs and, you know, games are all about, is working really hard for things, trying to go for those extra difficult achievements, not quitting on something just because it's more difficult. But anyways, a lot of talking, a lot of yapping. I'm going to get through all of this step by step. I'm going to go ahead and start these breeds. I'm going to start off with the most important breeds. First things first, I'm going to start by actually making this Pidgey breed so I can try to see how it comes out and pair it with that. And then I'm also going to, you can see this one actually is nicknamed Pair with Right, because I need to see the gender, like what this comes out as, before I can breed through this one. So I'm going to head over. We're going to talk to the old man. We're going to make him breed a bunch of Pokemon today. Hopefully you're getting paid a good wage, man, because I'm going to be making you do a lot of work today. I'm sorry, King. Let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, we're going to breed this, and we're going to let this gender randomly roll. These two pair up. I want to start being better about pairing up breeds. The problem, I shouldn't say problem, the problem with recording breeds on an Ironman account is I have to see how the breeds turn out before I can continue forward. Like, I literally can't. These breeds are going to pair up stats with that other breed, but I need to know how the gender comes out, and then I'll pay for the gender on this one to make sure it comes out matching, if that makes sense. These are all just going to be 2x31. I'm gonna show you guys these pretty quickly. So here's for example, a 2x31 Pidgey. 31 attack, 31 speed. Actually a very important stat line to get in the flying egg group, to be fair. Next up, a Slacker, or Spinda breed, excuse me. This is a humanoid egg group, I believe. Humanoid end field, possibly. Yep. Humanoid end field, 31 HP, 31 speed F. Could also high roll some defenses, 25 plus potentially there. Next up, Zigzagoon, 31, 30 defense. And then 25 plus. This will actually be a really fantastic breed, actually. Should I make this one male actually does become a question. This is probably going to be a final breeder. I probably should. This wasn't in my make male section, but it probably should be. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to make it male. Hopefully don't regret that. Hopefully that, you know, works out here. When something is one breed away, you have to ask yourself, what am I going to use this Pokemon for in the future? When something's a 2x31 with no other stats, that's going to get bred up again. Like, I'm never going to be done that breed. You have to ask yourself, how many breeds away am I from being completed that breed? Like, this breed, I'm not that close to being done it, right? So that can be whatever gender. But if it's one breed away, potentially, the nature might matter for that Zigzagoon, right? 2x31. Special things. I'm kind of just you know, zooming through these, but I can't overstate how long. Like, I've been spending a week setting up these breeds, and I'm kind of just zooming through them. Some amazing Chaos Egg Group. Chaos Egg Group, one of the hardest egg groups to farm for, in my opinion. Like, intentionally, you kind of have to go intentionally do it. You can farm Gastlys pretty quickly. You can actually farm any egg group pretty quickly. The problem is you don't accidentally run into that many Chaos Egg groups, in my opinion, in PokeMMO. Nice 2x31 HP and Spadef. You do need bulky Chaos Egg group Pokemon, things like Spiritomb. There are plenty of bulky Chaos Egg group mons. 20 plus HP. This is a really nice one. This is a good example of this one probably should be male. I'm going to be honest with you. 20 HP, defense, special attack. Also, Gengar. I can never turn this into a Gengar, right? So there's the trait evolution rule. So I'd rather that be a breeder. So that one probably is one that I should pay to be male. This is why it's important to like go through each one by one. Even though I spent the time to make them, you know, it's setting up breed. This is gonna be whatever gender because it's just 3x31 or whatever stats. Nice 3x31. I want to start breeding more of those 3x31s. It is shocking how many more resources. This can be whatever. I am doing a Lickitung there. I would like to go for there's a BP farming strat that uses Lickilicky. And like Vanillix. I need to get a good Vanillix. I need to go actually catch. I looked at my boxes and be whatever gender. A 2x31 field egg group, sure. I looked at my boxes. I don't own a single Vanillite, Vanillish, I don't own a single ice cream Pokemon. And it's a good Pokemon. That might be a secret sleeper good Raidmon or Goodmon to build prior to event season. If any sort of hail strategy, hail blizzard spam is good, Vanillix is probably the best blizzard spamming Pokemon in PokeMMO. Like, it's up there. Maybe not like Articuno, but like Vanillix sets the hail for Articuno. This is a Fairy egg group. Fairy egg group, also a difficult egg group to farm unintentionally. You can go farm it intentionally by farming Pikachus and other Pokemon, but difficult to accidentally just walk into some Fairy egg group breeders, if that makes sense. I think those were from catch events, the Plusle and the Minans. 2x31 in the field egg group. Always good. Can roll out whatever gender. Next up, we have Plant. Really good egg group. 31 HP, 31 speed. Would love to get some better breeders for my upcoming, hopefully Ferethorn comp, either for my Rain team or Ferethorn. It might be easy to not realize because Ferethorn's a bulky Pokemon. Whenever bulky Pokemons are meta in PVM, bulky mons used to be meta in raids for a small period of time. Ferethorn is actually one of the most, like, when it comes to bulky mons, if bulky mons become meta in PVM, Ferethorn is usually one of the biggest ones because it's only 4 times weak to fires. That's the only thing you have to watch out for. And it's just so bulky, so you can set up Leech Seed and let it infinitely sustain. It's really, really strong. So Ferethorn has popped up in PVM and raids and things like that in the past. All right, more flying egg group breeds. Probably the most important egg group that I care about right now. Once again, going for those Honchkrows and like, I'm going for 2 different flying egg group breeds. All right, it's been nice. Getting these off my shoulders feels good, man. Here's a nice breed that's just trying to get 20 plus and everything, hoping that this is just a good example of a trying to clear out boxes breed for the most part. I'm gonna make this one male actually, because this should probably be a final breed. Depends on nature and stuff and getting the nature on the female species that I want to keep it as. Also, my eggs will hatch here in a quick sec. Did I hatch? Oh, I didn't do my there's a Porygon breed. Now these are 2 different Porygon breeds. These will actually go together, which is actually sick. Genderless species, so Porygons can only breed with other Porygons and other Dittos. One of the hardest Pokemon to breed up on an Ironman account. On an Ironman account, genderless species are one of the hardest ones to get good mons of. And these Porygons should go together because that one's missing Spadef, and or vice versa. I think this one has, yeah, that one's missing Spadef but has defense. This one has Spadef but's missing defense. So these 2 Porygons should combine into a really good, like, 20 plus in every stat that it needs, which is everything but attack. You really do want good bulk. Porygon Z has been a decent, I will say Porygon Z, when it comes to like PVM, quote unquote, it's mostly just good for, this could roll 20 plus, but it's really RNG dependent. I'm not going to pay for the gender there. Porygon Z is mostly good for storylines. So like in terms of our Porygon Z usage, I don't see it being that relevant. I really like Porygon base form for NU, and I would love to take a nice big NU arc at some point. So if we care about that, it would be really nice to have that. Do I want to make this male or female? This is actually a tough one. This is actually really tough. I think I want this to be male because, wow, this is actually one of the hardest ones. This potentially should be one breed away, but no, we need. I'm gonna let it roll. I'm gonna let it roll because it depends on how this rolls. If the attack, like what attack do you need? This is a perfect example of a great breeder because it has every stat that it needs except for the attacks, and that's how you want to make breeders. Ideally, that's how I do make breeders on the Ironman account, is like everything but the attacks. Or the best breeders on an Ironman account are either something with 20 plus in all the defenses and the speed, because everything needs those stats, right? Or this could be a random roll for sure. Just a little so many Magikarp breeds. Not today, but in probably one of the mons I've bred the most. We also have a ton of, you know, a ton of like cool shiny chances here, like good IV shinies. It's unlikely, but it would be cool to see what happens. Random gender roll there. Just a 2x31 in the bug aid group. A lot of the Ironman account is just prepping things like this. I would love for this to come out. If this rolls, honestly, either of these natures would be amazing. But I thought about Everstoning this breed, but I couldn't afford to really do it. I could make this, so I could make this female, but to be honest with you, maybe I should. I'm kind of like, why not just breed with a Ditto? The stats aren't that, they're all 20 plus, which is really good for a Ditto, to be fair. Cradily is a really cool NU Pokemon. Speaking of NU Pokemon, it's kind of untiered, but it's really hard to answer. It's a very powerful mon you can set up with. I kind of want to make this female so we can use it with other breeds. I'm going to do that. It's 21,000 Pokemon, which is really expensive. One of the most expensive mons to pay for the gender there, but I'm hoping and I think it's worth it. So we're just gonna go for it. 2x31 attack. It's not that relevant, to be honest with you, to have 31 attack and speed on a Chaos Egg Group Pokemon. It's just not. Those stats, the Chaos Egg Group does not really need attack, except for like Gallade and like some Spirit Tombs, but like it's not really that important. But I still want to have one. I think I want to have like, that's my limit. There are certain things like that you have to like plan long term for on the Ironman account. I want to have one 31 attack and 31 speed Chaos Egg Group mon, and that's it. Really good breeder here. Well, here's another. Speaking of physical Chaos Egg Group breeder, you know, do I really need this? Probably not. But I'm gonna have one of it. I'm gonna go male. That'll be used to breed. I could breed those stats over on a Yamask and breed it over into the Mineral Egg Group. I did talk about that previously before. You can use very specific Pokemon to transfer stats from one egg group to another, and it is very effective. But I want to avoid it if possible. It's so much effort versus, why would I transfer stats from the Chaos Egg Group to the Mineral by trying to go farm Yamask specifically when I could just go farm Geodudes? You know, I could just go farm, like, you know what I'm saying? I could just go farm a ton of the Mineral Egg Group itself. You know, why would I do that? So we're almost done. We're working through this pretty well. I'm not even talking too much about the breeds as opposed to just mostly yapping. I really want to, so I'm going to wait for these eggs to hatch and then I'll do this Pidgey breed, because I really want to see how this comes out. This, I believe, is just a nothing breed, just a 2x31. Yeah, I don't need to pay for gender here. Look how low the zeros is, really funny. But 2x31 and 28 plus attack on a Water Egg Group breeder. Pretty good, really good egg group there. Water A, I think it's Water A, and what are the odds Mantine's also Flying Egg Group? I don't think it is. I think it's just Water A. Yeah, just Water A for some reason. All right, next up, we're going to move this over. Now, these are important. I do need to start paying for gender. This is where things are going to get expensive. Dude, my Pokemon stack is being depleted. Let's do the males first. And it'll work away. All of these need to be male. Well, does this need to be? Oh no, this is the. I'm gonna save that one. That's the. I almost got distracted. That's the Pidgey breed. Of course, it needs to be male, but we're gonna save one for last. So I have the pairing for that. This is a beautiful. This is a really good. Oh, it's timid too. I forgot about this breed. This is like a perfect Chaos Egg Group breed. These are all the stats you want. Every Pokemon in the Chaos Egg Group needs these stats, pretty much. Timid. This is a really good breed. I'm very happy with that. Actually, we're gonna make that male for sure as a good breed, because once again, we can't, for a Gengar comp, I really do want to work on wild catching a Gengar comp. It does become relevant really soon here. Like Gengar, it wouldn't surprise me. Gengar has not popped up yet in raids / PVM. It would not surprise me if Gengar becomes meta like pretty soonish. Here we have an interesting breed, a weird one. So we're actually rolling a 31. The 31 will probably not happen, right? 31 speed, 20 plus in all the attack stats. The special attack could even high roll or medium roll 22, but it's out of nature. This will be a really good field egg group breeder. We're losing a stat here on our Spheal, sadly. And also, the toughest thing about this breed is that look how good this feel is. This feel is so good, right? It's 25. It's arguable that I shouldn't breed this. The reason I'm doing it is because the nature. I think having a field egg group breeder on hand, this actually might be one of the best breeders in the whole batch. Having a breeder on hand that is 20, that's all the stats you need, 20 plus HP, attack, defense, speed F, and then 31 speed. The fact that it's 31 speed is also really important. And then nature, this is just a perfect breeder, like an unbelievably perfect breeder in the field egg group that I can use. If I need, during the event season, if I need a adamant field egg group Pokemon, you know, offensive one, I'll get it done so fast because of that breeder. Like that breeder is going to save me so much time during a crunch time moment. And that really matters. Here we have 3 times 31. I'm losing an alpha, but I think it's worth it. 3 times 31, 25 plus attack, and then 20 plus speed. Really good breeder. 3 times 31 on all the defenses. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is months. I'm just speeding through it because I'm just like excited to get it done. This is like a week, I would say, of setting up breeds, if not more. This is me male. Okay, to be fair, I just talked about how Chaos Egg Group physical attackers are not that good, and you've seen me breed I think 3 different physical. So one of these might get released in the future, but that's okay. Well, for now we'll have them. Maybe I'll need 4 delayed breeds. I doubt it, but anyways, really good breeder here as well. Once again, here's a Chaos Egg Group that you want, and also we're doing bold on this. This will actually be this will be a perfect Spirit Tomb breeder. If we don't want the physical stat on this, which sometimes it depends. Like you can go special or not. It really depends. And yeah, I'm choosing a brace. So I am choosing a... Ooh, should I actually do that? Should I let the special defense medium roll? Ooh, this would be a good example of like... That's tough. Would we rather have the Spadef... Would we rather keep the 31 Spatak? I think this is the better mon. I think letting the Spadef medium roll and then bracing the Spatak looks prettier. Like the mon having that 31, you know, green stat looks prettier, but I think this is better. Like as a statted Pokemon, and we care about... It's that fine line, especially on an Ironman account, of how much do we care about pragmatics and how much do we care about flexing a little. You know, like I like the beauty and the aesthetics. Like I think both matter. You have to. It's form and function, and you want both. Now is this breed? Wait, what is this breed? Is this breed messed up? Does this not work? Why did I pair this? This does not seem to work. I think that, or is this like the ultimate gamble? Why did I pair this? Let's see. So I have a 3 times 31 Eevee. And then a 3 times 31 Lucario. And I have... Why did I pair this? This is so risky. Do I really want to do this? I don't know if I'll go through this breed. What? This is a weird breed. Do I really want to consume my Lucario? I don't know if I do. It's kind of crazy. This is a gambler's man breed. Why did I... Iron Petrality. This must have been like a late night, like 2 a.m. breed setup. This is a crazy man's breed. If we roll incredibly, we could get a 5 times 31. Even a 4 times would be amazing, but we also could low roll our attack. We'd still be raising our attack regardless. Oh man. I don't know if I want to do, but this Lucario is kind of useless anyway. Or I could just wait and get breed the Lucario up. But no, can I? This is... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You know what? We've been prepping everything for so long. I say we have some fun. That is the ultimate gambler's man breed, but I'm gonna do it, man. We're gonna see if we can roll something on that Eevee. It's kind of dumb, but you know what? Sometimes you should be kind of dumb. It's fun, okay? Continuing on the female breeds, setting up, just getting a first breed done for potentially a good Ferethorn. You want low speed, you want Spadef, you want defense, and you want HP and attack. Really want to get myself a good Ferethorn built for PvP and PvM. Next up, the Empoleon breed, 29 HP, special attack, speed. This is gonna be really good. Everything is pretty expensive to unfortunately pay for it to be female. I should have checked, does Empoleon need any egg moves? I should have checked that prior to this breed. We're gonna check it now. Thankfully, I don't think, maybe Yawn in PvP arguably, but whew, dodged a bit of a bullet there because I did not think about it. And then finally, I still don't have... I got messed up recently. I have access to it, but I haven't made one. I don't have a rough skin Garchomp in PvP. I need to make myself... It matters so much. The chip damage from rough skin is so relevant in PvP versus just going Sandvale. So slowly... This is a very simple breed, just putting 31 speed on it, but like just slowly getting up this into something will be so important. So I'm gonna start making a rough skin. There we go. Our eggs did hatch. Let's go ahead and remove all of these. I guess I can fill as well. Let's go ahead and do that. But let's go ahead and check. How did that one egg thing? How did this came out? This came out female. So we can go ahead and go through this breed now. We want to make sure we make this male. I believe that is the yep. And they should pair up once that's hatched. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually go grab that Joltik egg and move this next to it to kind of symbolize that they'll have to be put together. And then I missed putting the Pidgey egg in here, so I'm just gonna put these now in here as well. I'll have to find this later on. This needs to be male. We're gonna go through with it. I'll have to find that later on. And I'll have to keep an eye. Some of these I have to take my time, really go through them. I'm gonna keep this down here for now. And then next up, 2 more female breeds. This is a really important one. Drizzle Politoed is super important, man. Drizzle Politoed, very, very powerful, very, very important for raids, PVM. Any weather setters, every single Pokemon that sets weather in PokeMMO is like relevant. Like you must consider like Vanillix, Politoed, Ninetales, Torkoal, Pelipper, anything that can set weather. Super important. And then here's a really cool Active breed, 4x31. I've been slowly getting this one up there, man. Haxorus was actually meta in the Christmas event, the old school Christmas event, like 2 or 3 years ago. So it's not been relevant for a second, but I'd love to see it potentially come back. And that's it. That I managed to talk through and yap through all the breeds. We have everything set up. I need to go EV train Entei here in a quick sec, but I might go do that right now. Oh, that was a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie. I spent so long. That was so like. You have to factor in when I go through a little breeding extravaganza like that. Yeah, it took like 22 minutes to talk through everything, but that was also months, weeks, like the Pokeyen that it cost to do all the Jimmy runs, right? It's the weeks of Jimmy runs, the 1 week of just setting up the breeds physically, the weeks of Jimmy runs, the months of catching the Pokemon, the buying the Pokeballs like cost money, is expensive. Like everything is an accumulation of every single hour put into this game. Like all 965 hours have led to this moment. Like catching the specific alphas, like being able to go to that Politoed Alpha Swarm to actually have that mon in my box, going to the Murkrow and Honchkrow Alpha Swarm to catch that. Like everything is such a everything matters. Everything you do on an Iron Man matters so much, and it's like the butterfly effect of like months later you will use any good IV mons in a breed and it will matter so much for your ability to do raids, your ability to do things in the game. Everything's crucial, man. All right, our EV did hatch. We have our next section. I have not looked at it yet. This is gonna be a total like blind reaction for you guys and for me. Let's go check it. We did. Okay, we did luckily roll one of them. I will take that every day. Wait, this is actually really good. It's missing the nature. This actually turned out amazing. We hit the 12.5% roll, which is insane, and then also hit a medium roll, I think, on this. This looks really good, actually. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is one breed away. This is so good. And I want to have I'm not even a big Eevee guy, but like having Eevee is just so good. Like there's so many mons, so many evolutions that need their hidden ability that are like really like the #1 Espeon. Like I could turn this, I have to, what nature I put on it honestly depends on what I want to turn it into. Probably like Espeon. Espeon's probably the most important one. But like you could go, I don't know, you could go Vaporeon, you could go anything. Like that's the beauty of an evolution, you can turn into whatever you need. I could go Jolteon if I want to go timid or whatever and make it really, but like, do you really need that good of a Jolteon? I feel like Jolteon's more of like you can just go frail. You don't need the extra stats for like Espeon. You want the extra bulk because it needs to be kind of bulky. When you switch it into like stealth, like Magic Bound Stealth Rocks and things like that. So this could be a really good Espeon. Like a Magic Bounce would be really good for PVM to some extent, and then also really good for PvP. Magic Bounce Espeon, very crucial in the OU format. So any other crazy rolls here? Oh, our Ferroseed. Okay, the crazy rolls continue. Our Ferroseed turned out relaxed. That's done. That means it's done. That's competitive ready. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna remove all these. We're gonna go through these step by step. Holy crap, dude. I'm actually pulling out some mons to EV train right now. This can now be put over to training. It's done. That needs to be EV trained. We have a Ferethorn comp coming to us in the future. That's beautiful. Let's hatch our Joltik egg for sure, and then fill our, there we go, fill our thing. Let's see what else we got. So we got this, oh, are you kidding me? Did this roll timid or did we Everstone this one? I think we're gonna that might be the Everstone one, to be fair. It's always hard to tell. This I remember we definitely Everstoned. This is such a good breeder. Oh my goodness, what a good breeder that's gonna be. Holy crap. The Ponyta, they came out timid. That was a random roll, I believe, but I don't know if it'll matter that much. Field A grade, it could matter. Hasty nature here. This is the physical attacking, yeah, physical attacking chaos breed, and then bold. This turned out really, really nice. Wow. I don't know if something high rolled there or what. I honestly lost a little bit of track. And then next up, our Piplup came out. Once again, like, what? Did we high? I can't remember how good our breeds were or if things just high rolled. Was this supposed to be? I thought this was supposed to only have. This is not supposed to have attack, right? Did that high roll? This was not supposed to be mixed this much, correct? I'm literally forgetting. I just went over all of them. There's just so many breeds to follow. I didn't really go over these, but I assume these are just 2 times 31 simple. The female breeds are the really important ones. This one being, wait, this one randomly roll Jolly? Wait a minute. I think this might have, okay, we're getting insanely good luck. I think this might have randomly rolled Jolly, which is insane for a physical field aid group. I'm pretty sure that randomly rolled. That's insane. Also, when we're doing so many breeds, it makes sense that like random good rolls are going to happen, you know? So it's one of those things to factor in. Like none of these are that relevant. Whew. Some really good stuff coming in though, man. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. RB wants to go EV train, but the problem is I only have 2 Pokemon to EV train right now in attack and speed, being this Murkrow, which I would want to rebreed potentially into like Adamant Nature, but I think I'm just going to EV train it for now and have it be usable-ish, usable enough for the red refight, and then EV train my Entei. But that's I don't really need to EV train, so I think I'd rather wait for all the eggs to hatch and then go through and just have potentially new things to go EV train alongside these Pokemon to EV train a bit more efficiently. So I'm going to just chill out for a bit and wait for these eggs to all hatch, and I'll go over all of them at once with you guys. All right, 2 more important breeds did come out that we actually need to like rebreed with other Pokemon. So I'll show you guys that really quick. We do have our, I want to show it actually. Whoops. Here you go. We have our Spinarak, which came out. We wanted to pair with our Joltik. I'm going to go grab those both in my partner in a quick second, put the braces on them required to get that breed going. And there was also the Pidgey, I believe. I think it was, this was the male Pidgey. Yeah, it just came out, timid nature, 31 defenses, that I'm pairing with the Murkrow that should be over here here you go, in one of the boxes. All right, and here are those 2 breeds laid out. So first things first, the most important one, the Murkrow and the Pidgey. This is amazing. This is gonna give us our 3 times 31 Murkrow. I might need to breed this one more time. I'm hoping the nature comes out anything defensive, even if it's minus speed. So like sassy, relaxed, what else? And, like so many things, bold, careful, like anything that is plus a defense, minus an attack, minus a speed could all, there's a lot of natures that could work here. So I'm hoping we get lucky and just roll something that works, but if not, it's okay. We'll figure it out. That's the last, I think that is the final Pokemon. It'd be nice to have the Honchkrow. I'm kind of just deciding, like, you know what, the Honchkrow is mostly for the red refight and less for raids. Do I really need it done in time? I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of back and forth on it. I don't really know if it's that important, to be honest with you, so I'm kind of just not worried about it as much. Now, we did get a bunch of other Pokemon bred, but let me first show you guys this breed. And this is just my attempt, this like Spinarak Joltik breed. I've been kind of talking about it, but like it's honestly not that important. This has mostly just been my attempt at planning out breeds in the future and trying to breed mons in a way where I can just rebreed them right after and consume even more Pokemon. So it's meant to be my attempt at learning a little bit more and preparing a little bit more about just utilizing my resources a little bit better and planning things out versus like, oh, breed everything now and then finding out, oh, I actually have no male field egg groups with these stats. They all rolled female and now I'm kind of stuck until I get more breeders. So like that is my attempt at trying to plan things out a little bit better. So that's why I was talking about it so much. But next up, we have our 3 times 31 Poliwag, our eventual Politoed, missing HP. It has Spadef, so that needs like another breed probably. The Axew came out really beautiful, but it's modest nature, unfortunately, and didn't have speed, so we'll obviously need another rebreed. Our Dibble, we were just getting started on this. We did roll up our Spadef, that's pretty good. You know, a lot of these are just like starter breeds that we weren't trying to finish in one go. We were just trying to get them going, trying to get them started. That was the goal with a lot of these. Random 3 times 31, happy with how that came out. Special attack, really good special attack in Chaos Egg Group Breeder. No nature, really high, 26 plus in all these stats except for HP. Super nice. Random 2 times 31 plus a 20, like 8 plus. Just some simple breeds, clearing up spaces, getting better IV Pokemon on the account. We have 8 more eggs in the incubators, 2 more here, and then about 11 more eggs over here. All right, and with the help of this Pidgey, we had our Murkrow hatch, and it came out Adamant Nature, so it's not quite done yet. But with the help of this Pidgey, we can finish it. I'm going to go ahead, use this Pidgey. We are losing a 31 stat, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'd rather just get this thing nice and finished. I'm going to put this bad boy in a Luxury Ball. This is no drama, like no over, not being overly dramatic. This is the final, I think, to be fair, I could be wrong or misremembering. I think this is truly the final Pokemon that I need bred for raids and probably for all of event season. I would like to have a Vanillix maybe in the future if that comes up. I have some things to EV train. To be fair, that's true. I have a lot of EV training mons to do. I have to EV train my Jinx. I have to EV train my Entei. I have to EV train a lot of stuff. So not every comp is done, but this is the final breed that I'll probably be focused on for a while, which is nice because I'm sick of breeding. I did so much breeding this week. Let's finish it, boys. We also have a 20% chance to roll that 31 attack, which is kind of cool. Don't really need it, but sure, why not? We also are breeding those 2 Porygons that I had together, coming out beautifully. 20 plus HP, 20 plus defense, split attack, split F, and speed. A perfect Porygon. It needs nature, of course, so we'll have to breed it up in the future. But for a genderless Pokemon, having 20 plus and everything like that is so good for an Ironman account. I have not seen, are these anything interesting here? Let's just go through these really quickly. Kind of, okay, another physical attacking breeder there, of course. The Lileep did not roll nature. There's a lot of natures that could have rolled to be good, but unfortunately did not. That's okay. Random nature there. Nothing super. Rash on this could be relevant. A nice Rash Chaos Egg Group breeder. I will take it. But all right, whew, I think that really brings our, I honestly think that really brings our breeding arc to a bit of an end. We have 2 more breeds coming up, but that's mostly going to be it. Now, I have 2 things I want to go do. I know I said I didn't want to plant my berries, okay? But I'm actually going to stream tomorrow because there is a Pawniard catch event. So it'll keep me on track, and I do want to go plant my berries. It's about 2:45 p.m., so it's not too late. It's pushing it a little bit, to be honest, but I am going to go head over to Unova, head over to Unova and go plant some berries. Now, before I plant berries, I do have to use a lot of my harvesting tools to get more seeds from my actual berries. I don't want to harvest any of my Chestos. My Chestos, I just want to let chill. I do need to harvest way more cherry berries. So, boom, a lot of spicy seeds there. All my cherries, I'll never actually use. Like, you want to harvest from the berries you'll never actually use. Like, Petchas, these don't have a purpose. Like, these don't really do anything. So, like, yeah, they stop poison. I get it. But there's other ways I can do that. I can just buy items, antidotes from the Pokemart. Why would I waste a berry on that? Rost berries, saving me from a burn status. Don't care about you. With all due respect, you know, sorry Rost berries, but I'm telling you the truth, okay? There goes all of that. So now we have a lot more. Look at all these seeds, so many seeds. And since I don't care about / want to learn proper ratios right now, I'm going to go ahead and just plant, I think 2 sections. We'll see. I don't even know if I actually have enough for that quite. I'm going to plant 1 patch, only 1 of Leppas. It's very few, unfortunately, but I think it's the right thing to do. Then plain bitter, beautiful. So I'm gonna plant, yeah, because I want to grow way more cherry berries. I think we need to get ahead. Once we get ahead on cherry berries, then I'll feel a lot better about this. But for now, we're just gonna do 1 patch of Leppas. There we go, our full patch there. And then next up, I think the most important berry I want to focus on is the cherries. So I'm going to plant as many of these as I possibly can, and then also get through all the berries, and then use all the non-berries as well to plant more cherries. All right, there's all the cherries I could do. 1 full patch, and then almost a full second one, but 3 extra little patches. I think from here, I'm going to go ahead. If I can plant, if I have any Chestos, yes, I do actually want to plant all the Chestos that I can. I don't think you need dries. Yeah, I don't think you need dries for Leppas, and we might need Chestos for the pumpkin hard mode boss itself. So, but I might want to keep some... If in case I need, I can always, I guess, extract them. Yeah, I'm going to plant all my Chestos, I think. And if I need to extract them in the future for seeds, I can do that. But I'd rather Chesto max. All right, there's all my Chestos, about 3 or 4 here, a full patch here, and then a few more extra over here. We still have some more patches to, you know, keep putting stuff in, though. So next up, I think, ooh, do I care about Petchas or Rosts more? Probably Rosts. I have a lot of sweet stuff and Petchas. So you know what? Let's go ahead and stock up a bit more on, oopsie, let's do Rost. Yeah, even like at this point, I'm pretty good on both Rosts and Petchas, but we'll just split it evenly for the rest and go to Abundant Shrine to do the same thing. I know that I don't really need Aspire berries right now. Ooh, what's this? I'm like creating little accidental combos. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I should... This is not needed for anything, though. I wonder if I should start actually going for, like, happiness berries, and like I should start expanding my berry horizons, but I'm just gonna stock up on seeds first. We're gonna stock up on seeds first, and we'll get to that in the future, you know. But since I only have 12 of the very bitter or whatever, very sour, I'm gonna go ahead and plant a full patch of Aspires. Now over to Abundant Shrine we go. I'm gonna plant as many Rosts and Petchas, probably half and half Rost and Petcha over here. And all right, there we go. That is my final Petcha berry. That is all my berries done. I'm finally gonna go shower because I've been a very stinky gamer today. And of course, I also hit the random 31 attack Ivy roll on my Murkrow because Iron Man luck. By the way, for reference, after all of that breeding, literally a week setting up breeds, you know, all the time spending Pokeyen, you know, yada, everything, right? look how many Pokemon I cleared out from my breeding boxes. We have our typical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, our 7th breeding box. That's it. We cleared 21 spaces. And to be fair, I think it's because we had bled over. Because we had so many good Pokemon caught, we literally bled over to our other boxes. But that's insane. That's criminal. That is so messed up. Ugh, we're never gonna have enough PC space on this account, dude. Those PC expansion drives are looking juicier and juicier as a way to spend my RP, but I'd really like to, I don't even have enough obviously, but I'd really like to get like cooler stuff like this. But this is the it's almost like the eating your vegetables. This is like the more responsible option, like the doing your chores type thing. Anyways, off we go. All right, but as a nice little break from all the preparation and grinding chaos, we have ourselves an alpha Cottonee, I believe, over in Lost Lorn Forest. I'll hopefully see you guys with the catch. All right, there is the alpha catch, alpha Cottonee. Let's go check these stats. Plant age group, 31 attack, 31 speed F. I'll take it, man. Not amazing, but it's a male breeder. Love that. Alrighty, fellas, we have a beautiful new day on the Iron Man account getting started on stream today. What's up, what's up? We did just catch an alpha. We caught an alpha Ferethorn. I had to catch it during the stream recap intro because otherwise it was going to despawn. Really good stats, 21 plus in every single stat except for Spadef. This could be a really good physical breeder. It's even lonely, which it could be maybe. Honestly, this could be a mixed attacking bug A group breeder if I need a bug A group mixed attacker. I'm not sure how common that is or if that's relevant at all, but it's something to consider. Next up, we have berries to pitch. We have Leppas to pitch. I'm gonna head over to Unova. I'll show you guys the patches, then I'll show you guys the before and after. Let me just, you know what, I'll show you guys now. Let's see. And I'm starting out, the most important berry is, I guess, Leppas and Chestos. I'm starting at 192 Chestos and 168 Leppas. Keep those numbers in mind. I'm not going to get that many Leppas. I think the only Leppas I planted today were these. And then every cherry, Aspire. Cherries were the big one, honestly. I want to really start upping my cherry game. But I'm going to go ahead and pick my berries, and we'll replant the berries in about an hour or so before the Pawniard catch event coming up today in an hour and a half. Oh, I did mean to do a clip on this before on the Iron Man account. I did catch an alpha Luxray off camera. I was just chilling, watching some movies last night with the wife. I saw an alpha spawn, hopped in the laptop, and went and caught it. So nothing crazy, but a 2x31 attack and speed field egg group breeder on a Luxray. I might even just keep this, like, but it's naughty nature. I might even just EV train this and keep this as a potentially physical electric type for upcoming raids. This is a perfect PVM Pokemon. Like, perfect. You know what? I'm actually going to move it into my training box because of that. It's a perfect PVM Pokemon. If we need more physical electric types, there's not that many physical electric, it's perfect for that. I also caught 3 Pheno Pokemon. I named them Pheno 1, Pheno 2, and Pheno 3. And that's important because I do need to be passively catching more Phenos to get myself mysterious gem clusters prior to event season. These are really important. Getting gem clusters for the gems, which you turn into, you use these alongside an item. Let me find my black glasses, right? And turn these into like power gems, and these are used for hidden ability access as well as a consumable item often used in PVM. The power gems are like really good in PVM, so having these is really important to be able to turn these into the gems that I need, or into the gems, yeah, on the fly. So I do want to be farming those a bit more passively, and you get those from when you catch Phenos. And also one of the Phenos I caught was 2x31, which is really, yeah, sorry, thank you, hidden power. I did misspeak. Thank you, Coke Knife in Twitch chat. Hidden power gems help you change your hidden power type, not your hidden ability. How many gems do you need? It depends on the type of gem, and it depends on a lot of things, right? There's not really I don't have a great answer for that, unfortunately. I would like to aim for maybe like 20 or so before event season. That would give me like 200, I think, mysterious gems. That's pretty good. But I also caught a 2x31 Lapras, which is cool. There you go. So that's the quick off-camera update. I'm gonna go prep for my Jimmy run. All right, our Jimmy run is gonna begin here because I need it desperately, dude. You might have noticed my Pokein stack. Oh, I didn't even show you my berries. Wait a minute, I didn't even show you the haul of the berry run. Oh, fuck, god damn it. I had 239 Leppas, I think, and then a few more chisels. Probably show you guys that at the end of the run, maybe. But dude, I went from like 3.1, 3.2, like 3 million-ish Pokeyen down to 1.8 mil. I spent so much Pokeyen recently on berry farming and on breeds, and even though I spent so much on breeds, I still don't even have as much space as I would like in my boxes, which is what's so crazy. We're doing another catch event today, so we're gonna be adding some more Pokemon to the pile, dude. I can never get through it. I'm also I didn't even turn I'm out of it today, man. I also didn't even turn on my XP reamplifier. I'm going to enable that here in a quick sec. and XP train my Ninetales. Getting my Ninetales up to level 100, just such a crucial Pokemon in PVM. You got to have that thing at level 100. I think it's one of the more important ones. I don't even know if it'll be that relevant, but it'll be important. This should be Jimmy Run number 68. We did 67 the other day, so I'm going to also make sure to change that name after this fight. A lot of things to do today. We're ending our Jimmy Run with 2.1 million Pokeyen. That's actually pretty darn nice. And then our Ninetales with level 91. Really good progress there. I now just need to go ahead and get prepped for the Pawniard catch event in 11 minutes. All right, it is once again time to run some calculations and prepare for a proper catch event. So we're going to go through each Pokemon, go through the main couple ways of catching them and how we can do that. Also, Dust Ball is active. It's something to consider because it is nighttime in-game actually during this event, which is pretty relevant. The event begins in 7 minutes. So Pawniard with a Quick Ball is only a 78% chance of catch. That is not that great. Nest Ball is slightly lower at 62%. That's not amazing. At False Swipe, at 1 HP, after False Swipe, it is a 47%. It's about 100% catch rate with False Swipe Spore. That probably ends up being the strat, which is not amazing. Quick Ball is going to deteriorate over time. You could go Quick Ball to Nest Ball. That's going to be like super expensive and not amazing timing. Let's move on to the next Pokemon. You might have different strats for different things. So let's go Duosion. And let's first try Nest Ball. And not put it to sleep. Let's refresh. Sometimes it breaks. Oh, man. Duosion. Nest. No status. 52% catch. That's terrible. I don't know if his mons are like low enough level for Nest to even work. So yeah, this is not looking like a synchronized event. This is looking like a false swipe. Let's go through each of these really quick. Garbodor. No. Wow. Garbodor. Liepard. This is looking like a false swipe Spore catch event, boys. Minccino. Minccino might be quick ballable. Yeah, or what about Nest Ball? Is it even low enough level here to be... Okay, Minccino. Let's see. We're doing this at Route 9. I don't think it's Nest Ballable. I think Minccino, the strat, might be the quick ball. Having quick balls on hand for Minccino catches, probably relevant. But other than that, yeah, this is feeling like a... Let's now go through everything for False Swipe Pokeball. This is feeling like a False Swipe Pokeball type event to me, personally. Even False Swipe Pokeball, wow, 78% is brutal. What about Great Ball? I wonder if it's a I wonder if this is... I love events like this. It might actually be a False Swipe Spore Great Ball catch event. That's really... You don't see those a whole lot. Let's see Garbodor's catch rate. Even with it, Garbodor might just be like, you skip it. What about Ultra Ball? Garbodor is tough, dude. This is a really tough catch event. You might need to like employ a lot of different strategies. Liepard. Let's try Great Ball. Okay. Let's try Pokeball. Okay. I'm feeling like this might be a False Swipe. I'm gonna get this event is actually so complicated. I'm gonna get a notepad document up with all the best strategies. All right, there we go. We have our notepad document set up, everything cleanly put out for anybody watching this stream. Hopefully it's helpful. This will be a really intense catch event. I'm gonna go buy... Also, it's kind of lucky the little Pokeball shop is right here for the catch event. So I'm gonna go buy a few more like Great Balls, maybe like 50 or so Great Balls, if 45 or so Ultra Balls, and then also like 50 more, maybe 60 more Quick Balls. Let's do that. We won't need all these for this, but buy that. There we go. I'm now ready to start the event. The event begins in 2 minutes. I have to go rush to the restroom really quick, and I'll come back for the event. All right, I'm about 1 minute late, but that's okay. Here is our first catch of the event. False Swipe Spore, Great Ball, the Liepard. This is going to be a very specific event, as you can see from the notepad document over here. Every Pokemon requires a very different strategy. It could be very, very specific. There's our first catch, Liepard. Let's see. Just decent, average. That's okay, as most catch events will be. I'm hoping that me putting in a little bit of extra time and trying to calc through everything and trying to find the best strats before the event, very last minute, hoping it gives me a slight advantage. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, well, Duosion has Endeavor, which lowered my HP to 1 after false swiping it. That begs the question, do I switch the order to Spore, then false swipe, and then Great Ball? We're gonna have to play. I have to test a little bit longer. Not a bad catch there. I'm going to test it a little bit longer to see, but that might be the strat. It depends on if the other mons after the Duosian fight can do enough damage to kill me. That's the fear. But I think I might be fine. I might be totally fine. Duosian, that's a pain in the butt. Duosian can also have overcoat, so Spore won't. Wow. Wow. So there becomes a question of should you skip certain mons as well. This is a tough event, dude. I'm starting to think it might actually be better to just skip Duosian, sadly. The fact that it could have overcoat, and then if it does, your catch rate chances plummet. It could have Endeavor, which is super annoying. I feel like Duosian might just be a skip. I'm gonna change it. I think it's a pain in the butt. Skip Endeavor plus overcoat ability. I think it's a pain in the butt, not worth it. Will just slow you down in this event personally. I'm not gonna go for it, I think. Ooh, this is this Chaos Egg Group? Oh, that is weird. Mineral Egg Group. I always forget Garbage was mineral. This is a really, really insane catch. 31 special attack, 31 speed, 25 plus, and all the other. This is an insanely good, and it's male. It's not that. It's actually not bad for the event. It's a 146. That's never gonna like top 3. That is a really good breeder catch. Like that's about as big. It's in the mineral egg group, and you don't really have a whole lot of mineral special attackers. I could breed that with a female Yan mask and transfer it to the Chaos egg group though. So like that Garbodor is a sick breeder. Holy. All right, but the catch event has ended. I'm gonna go check my boxes. I think my highest is like a 146. I am gonna submit it. It's still like a decent catch. I doubt it's ever placing, but I'm honestly unsure. It's really hard to tell whether this event is going to be ultra competitive or ultra chill. It's really hard to tell. I'm gonna move all of that over there and then try to move as many of these as possible. Anything from the event I want to hopefully get in one box, and that way let me do this and I'll show you guys. I can do this and then do this. That's probably everything. Wait, no way I caught a Garbodor. Oh, is that the 146? The Garbodor. Yes, it was this catch. This catch is so good. This is a really nice breeding Garbodor. It's male as well, which is perfect. Next up, we have a Pawniard that is 139 plus 5. It's like a 144. It's also a pretty good catch. Pretty good IVs. What our lowest catch is this Minccino, which was a 52. So nothing crazy. I'm going to submit for this event, but not a whole lot of... The odds of placing very, 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 very low. Yo, that's actually a genius call from Beji in chat. That Garbodor is going to be a perfect Vanillix breeder. I actually was literally just talking about how much I want having a good snow setter in Blizzard Spammer. Vanillix is like the most important ice type I feel like to make in all of PokeMMO, probably for like PVM. Vanillix probably the best ice type in PokeMMO. If you can think of a better one, let me know. At least in PVM. Mamoswine pretty good. Cloyster pretty good. But like Vanillix specifically for like any hail or snow setting teams, like weather setters are always good in PokeMMO. That's genius. You're 100% correct. This will be a fantastic, because it's the mineral egg group. It's one of the few special attacking mineral egg group mons. Great idea. We're currently just waiting for catch event results, so it's a better time than ever. Here's our berry haul, by the way. We got our 183 Ross, 239 now Leppas, 59 Aspirs, 162 Petches, and 84 cherries. I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of my cherries. We can go ahead and plant now as well while we're waiting for, what's it called? Catch event results. We're going to harvest all of those. I probably do want to harvest a bunch of the other ones as well. Like Petches I'm never going to use. I always say like there's no... Petches don't really have a use. Yes, they heal poison, but like I don't, I'm not really going to use them for that. Rosts don't really have a great use. Aspirs don't really have a use. Just harvest all those. Chestos I want to keep for the time being a little bit more. I want to hold on to a fair bit of them. Look how many, what's it called? I'm burning through the tools, man. Every stack of 1,000 is 300k or so. So expensive. But now look, we're really developing our seeds. It does feel really good, I'm not gonna lie, till we're truly starting to develop our seeds. But I need to grow a ton more Petchas. I really like the idea. I really like the idea of growing a few patches of every single EV reducing berry prior to event season. And then having those on the fly would be amazing. And to do that, I need to just grow more of the basic berries. So At 239 Leppas, I'm just going to stop there for a little bit. It's not amazing, but I think I'd rather just go infinite profitable on the other seeds for a little bit and then try to go for, I think tomorrow maybe. I think maybe tomorrow we plant all the EV reducing berries, or at least some of them. We'll play it ear by ear, you know, day by day. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start planting cherries. I'm going to use all of these very spices and just plant cherries. Not even do Leppas today. I'd really like to just start going more infinite and get a lot more spicy seeds. All right, catch event results are coming in 4th place, Obana X. 4th place, total point score of 18. Pretty darn low. I think someone in chat said they had a 20. We saw a 24. So someone in chat that has a 170, I believe. Atticus Dale, good luck to you. 3rd place is a 170. Is that you? Fuck, dude. Wow, that is okay. I bet a lot of people came to this event. That's for this. This is a really complicated, difficult catch event. 170 being 3rd place. I bet 2nd place is a tie as well. Caught at 610. That means 2nd place was that caught before 610. No shot. The difference between 1st and 2nd place is 22 seconds. Or like 30, there's no, like a 1 minute to be, no, 50, I'm terrible at math, 58 seconds? That's insane. Or is it a minute and 8 seconds? I'm so bad at math. About a minute. That's insane. The difference between 3rd place and 2nd place was like a minute. Bro, that's crazy. And then 1st place, 171, really tight event. 3rd and 2nd, both 170. 1st place, 171. X Yo Face. Okay, I do love this name. X Yo Face, congratulations on the 1st place. That was a tough event, dude. Man, really tight event. Sorry to the person in chat who didn't Atticus Dale, did you even place? Oh, please don't tell me you caught a 170 but caught it like 11 minutes into the event or later and didn't place. That would actually be so tragic. It's possible. It's possible that someone caught a 170 in this event and did not place. That would hurt. I hope that's not what happened, but I got a 170 but at 222. You caught a 170 and didn't place. I'm so sorry for your loss. That's actually so 170 not placing is fucked up. Holy shit. My highest was a 146, dude. That's a 170 not even getting top 3. That might be like one of the like handful of times I've ever seen that. That is really rare. Dude, people love shiny Pawniard. I think a lot of people showed up for this event. People showed up for this event. That's insane. My heart goes out to you. Holy guacamole. All right, there are all my berries planted over at the Mistralton City spot and Abundant Shrine. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for a big harvest. Alrighty, fellas, it is another beautiful day on the Iron Man account, though. Good morning. We have a lot of berries to pick. I actually planted a Ron berry on accident here yesterday. No Mel berry. I don't know how I made that mistake, but I thought it was funny. I totally planted the Ron berry the other day. It's literally just like a berry which sells for a high price. This was a total accident, so whoopsie. But I'm gonna pick all my berries. I will see you guys with the loot from them. All the cherries will be really important. Any extra chesters on the 284 stack, 239, etc., etc. Oh, is it a acronym or whatever? Not acronym. What's the word? Is no mel like a lemon? That's so funny. Is it backward? Oh, it's backwards lemon. I didn't even know that. Okay, that's really funny. Anyways, I'm gonna pick all my berries. I'll see you guys with the loot, and then I do plan to plant berries later today. And I'm planting a bunch of EV reducing berries, ideally. That's the goal. I would like to have a bunch of EV reducing berries stocked up in preparation for event season, just in case, because with raids, it is very often with raids that you need to adjust on the fly. They're getting very low yields here. It's very often with raids that you need to adjust on the fly and possibly change your EVs. So I want to be able to do that and not be holding my other teammates back simply because I'm an Iron Man account. It's very important to me. All right, our berries have been picked. Okay, we got 169 cherries, the 359 chestos. Wow, also that's pretty good cherries. I'm gonna have to buy. Oh, this is gonna hurt actually. Petchas, Ross, 153, 142. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Okay. I think that this is going to be the last stack of harvesting tools that I buy prior to event season. I think. I don't think I can afford to do any. I want to keep Pokeyen on me to some extent. This berry farming has been costing me Pokeyen so much. It's worth it, but yeah. I'm going to harvest all my cherries. Get all the seeds all the spicy seeds. Yes, please. Thank you. We have a lot of good seeds now. Then I'm going to harvest all of my Pechas. Don't need these for any reason. And then harvest all of my Rosts. Then I do need to harvest some Chestos, but not. I'm going to harvest 59 of them, so I can be left with 300 clean, which is nice. So I'm going to harvest 59 there. And then the Aspirs, I believe I can also go ahead and harvest. I don't even know if I need to harvest them all. I'm going to do it. Whatever. It's almost worth to keep some harvesting tools for the more important seeds, but there it is. Dude, it's crazy how far we've come. Remember how difficult berry farming was and how like impossible it was to get into it? And now we have hundreds of seeds. This is pretty sick. We've come 120 berry sweets. Like, that feels really cool. All right, I'm gonna go do my gym rerun, and then after that we're gonna go through and try to plant. I'm gonna try to plant like a full patch, I think. I don't know if I can afford that. We're gonna see how many EV reducing berries I can plant. We're gonna try it, boys. All right, it is gym rerun time, fellas. We have 3 amulet coins left. Farming amulet coins has got to go on our list. There might be, we don't know for sure, there might be some sort of bonus during the Halloween event, like a Pokeyen bonus. If there's a Pokeyen bonus, doing my gym runs every day, even during the event as an Iron Man, is going to be pretty worth it. At least, like, maybe not every day, but a lot of days. So we might still be doing our gym runs during the event, which means we really, if we are wasting time farming amulet coins during the Halloween event, we trolled. We fucked up our preparation. We made a big mistake. That should not happen to where we have to farm amulet coins during our during the event. Jimmy runs, valid. Still one of the best ways to make pure yen if you need pure yen, right? You can't really get pure yen from the Halloween event as an Iron Man account. You're getting things like mysterious balls, you're getting goodie bags, vanities, you know, things like that. And I can't wait for it. Ooh, I am 26 hours away from 1,000 hours played, boys. That is going to be a massive milestone on this account. 1,000 hours into the account, into the Iron Man. I'm so excited for that. I'm really curious if I will hit this prior to event. I think I might. It depends. Ooh, I don't know. Well, I don't know actually, because I'd have to get 26 hours of playtime in the next 1, 2, 3, like 4 days, maybe 5 to 6 days max, which is like probably what I do on average. Like, I don't know. I probably will hit it. That's kind of crazy. We'll have to see for sure, but that would be really cool to hit 1,000 hours right before the Halloween event. Sorry, someone said you have 11 days, to be honest. The reason I don't have 11 days is because I won't be allowing myself to log in to PokeMMO on the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and then maybe the 30th, and maybe even the 26th. I force myself, even if I want to play PokeMMO, I force myself to not play for 3 to 4 days. And I usually want to play. I usually like miss playing the game. But I force myself to not play for about 3 days usually prior to event seasons, prior to big shiny wars, things like that. I try to take a mandatory break ahead of time because it really like builds up that urge. I used to do the same thing with old school RuneScape. Before every skilling competition, I would stop playing for 3 days, and it is so helpful. It's kind of the same way. I think, I'm not a runner, so I don't know. I'm assuming marathon runners like don't run, maybe they run a little to like stay warm or keep their ligaments or whatever the fuck, their muscles, whatever, but like I doubt they do any big runs 3 days before a marathon, or maybe even don't run at all, or like, you know, move very, 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 maybe they stretch still, right? Like I'm assuming marathoners or athletes do a similar thing where they don't do a whole lot of stuff before, you know. Very different thing. It's not really as physical, but it's, you know, mental. It's a mental battle. It's a mental battle. All right, our gym run is coming to a close. It is now time to do a pretty big berry planting session. I'm going to try to plant a few of every single EV reducing berry that I possibly can to be prepared to that niche degree and to some extent during upcoming raids. I'm gonna try my best. We'll see how it plays out. I don't know what I'll be able to make or what I can't make. I'm going through research right now. I'm looking up different combinations, make which berries of seeds, as well as the full list of EV reducing berries, such as the Pomeg berry, which reduces HP, the Kelpsy berry, the Qualot berry, the Hondu, the Greppa, and the Tomato berry. So we're going to get started. All right, but before that, I got distracted. We do have an alpha Fearow spawn. This is actually a really, really important spawn. I really, really need flying age group alphas right now to eventually... Oh, male is really good as well. If this comes out like 31 attack, 31 speed, or even like 31 HP, I need some combination of stats. I want to try to match it with my Honchkrow. I really want to make a Honchkrow, a Moxie Honchkrow for the red refight, and I need more alpha breeders, more flying age group alpha breeders for that. All right, there we go. We caught it. It was a bit of a tough catch, but not too bad. Turn 15, honestly, not too bad at all. 31 attack, no double 31 of the stats that we need, but like this could be the start or put us in the right direction of a breeder that we need for our Honchkrow. That might be good. I'm not too worried about the Honchkrow. I was really trying to get the Honchkrow prepared prior to event season, but at this point, I'm not sure if I'm super worried about it. I might use a Sucker Punch Honchkrow in some raids. I'm just gonna the one that I have right now is Hasty. I wish it was Adamant or Lonely or Naughty. Plus attack is better, but it's fine for now. It's kind of where I'm at. But now I'm gonna head over and do our berry farming or berry planting. All right, first things first is Pomeg, and I already have 18 Pomegs, so I don't need to do a ton of Pomegs. I think I'm only gonna do like another half section. So it's a very spicy, one very spicy, one plain bitter, and one plain spicy. Boom, there we go. Pomegs. Now these do take 44 hours to be harvestable, so there's gonna be longer grows. I'm gonna do this whole back half. Boom, that's all the Pomegs. Should I just do a full patch? Does it really take that many seeds? The problem is I need very spices for a lot of that. I only have 47. This should be, I think, 7 berries times 6. This should be plenty. This should be like 4. Yeah, this should be plenty. This should actually be enough to like de-EV 2 different Pokemon in HP. So this is actually really good. I'm gonna stop here for now. All right, next up is a patch of Kelpsie Berry, which is minus attack. This is very dry, a plain sour, and a plain dry. If I do let's see if I do 12 times 7 on average per yield, that's 84. I don't even need that many. What if I do 7 berries per bush on average when they grow? 7 times 8 is like 56. That might be the number I shoot for. So it's very weird, but I think going for 8 patches of each EV reducing berry is going to be ideal. That's the number. We don't have to take the number. Yeah, let's do that. So 1, 2, 3. You guys don't need to see this whole. I'm going to do 8 of these, and I'll see you guys with the next one. Right. The next up is Qualot. I'm going to do 8 of these as well, and these are going to be minus defense EV reducing berries. And I was just saying, dude, it sounds dumb. This is gonna be really hyped up. I know it's silly, but like this is cool, man. This feels like endgame content. This feels like I can't believe I'm at this point in the account where I can do this. I can't believe I have the seeds. I can't believe I have the resources. This to me is really fucking hype, man. I'm actually loving this. This is like so freaking. This is that satisfying element of like doing everything yourself. Like this is what an Iron Man is all about. Having to grow your own EV reducing berries and being able to do that, getting to that point in your account is a serious milestone you should be proud of. All right, next up is Hondu berries, which are minus special attack EV reducing berries. These require 1 plain dry, 1 very bitter, and 1 plain bitter. I'm going to go ahead and plant 8 of these. All right, next up is Greppas. I did plant 12 Hondus on accident. I keep thinking that one row was 4, but it's actually 6. So I planted 12 of those on accident. Whoopsie, that's fine. We'll have extras. Next up is Greppas. These are 1 plain sweet, 1 very sour, and then 1 plain sour, I believe. I'm going to do 8 of these. So there's 2 here, and then this full other side, that'll be 8. All right, next up, the final one. This is minus speed. This is tomato, whatever you want to call it. A very spicy, a plain dry, and a plain spicy. It does use spicy berries, so it's, you know, it's one of the most valuable ones. I really need to plant as many cherry berries as possible after this. I think I'm just gonna do 8 of this. Part of me wants to do more for this because having minus speed ones is really important. But I think 8 should still be enough. 56, that minuses 560 EVs. Maybe I should have done slightly more for all these actually to have, because that, oh, I'm dumb. That is not fully DEV2 Pokemon. It's 1 in a, oh, I should have done, that's okay. In the future, we'll do more. How many very spicy do I have right now? Let's see. I have 39 very spicy seeds left. I'm going to plant the rest of this. I'm going to do a few more tomatoes. I think that's worth it. All right. That is our complicated berry farming out of the way. Now I can go back to just really basic, really boring stuff. I'm going to go ahead and plant every cherry berry I possibly can, and then just whatever else, I guess, on the way, and we'll see how it looks at the end. All right, it is finally time to do some EV training, and we're EV training some really important Pokemon, but I'm going to get to those Pokemon in one quick second, okay? Because there is one breed, just one singular breed that I want to do prior to this, just in case it randomly rolls the correct nature that I need, and that will be really, really amazing. I'll show you what I mean. So I have a Pawniard breed that I want to do. This one Pawniard breed with this Alpha Sableye. I'm losing a 31 here, kind of, but I'm keeping the attack really, really high. I think it's super worth it. We're going to pay for it to be female. This is a 31 HP, 31 defense, 20 plus Pedef, 29 speed, and then 30 to 31 attack Pawniard. If this rolls adamant, lonely, naughty, I want to have the bulk. So adamant or jolly, there's a lot of things that this could roll that could make it super good. I'm just gonna see how it goes, and I'm gonna wait for this to hatch, and then when this hatches, we can actually go to our EV training, because it might be our it might end up being our 5th Pokemon if that hatches with a good nature. So we'll see how the RNG rolls. Once again, I know it sounds dumb. I'm just feeling really good today, man. The Halloween event, it's becoming real. Like, it's 10 days away from as I'm recording right now. It's getting realer and realer. This, I think, is going to be one of my last EV training sessions. I do need to EV train / want to EV train my Jinx, my hidden ability Jinx. But I can do that, like, I do that in November, honestly, between Halloween and Christmas. So that's probably going to be for the Suicune raid, if they bring that back. They might not even, so we'll have to see. I don't even know if they will. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. They might do like a Raikou or like a different Alpha Legendary raid. So I don't know. It's hard to say. But I might do a little bit more. This will be like one of my main last EV training sessions, and we're just getting closer and closer, and I'm just getting more and more excited, dude. The event, all these months of preparation leading up to this event season, dude. We're almost there, fellas. All right, it hatched. Moment of truth. I'm hoping for a random nature roll. Adamant and Jolly are the 2 best ones. Adamant, Jolly. Lonely, Naughty would be fine. I really want it for PVM. I don't really care about this mon in PvP. No disrespect. I'm just not I don't really care about Yu very much. I'm really hoping for a good PVM one. So plus damage, Adamant, Lonely, Naughty, Hasty, Naive, Jolly. It is like someone said Hasty. That's fine. Honestly, that's fine. Yeah, I'll EV train this. This is actually fine. This is actually this is nice. You like the bulk, the defense does matter. Ideally, it's not Hasty, but this is totally viable for quite a while. I'm gonna go ahead and add my catching problem over here. I don't know my catching problem. I'm gonna put that away and just go grab that. So now we have 5 full Pokemon to go EV train, boys. Hell yeah! All these mons will get attack and speed, except for this Mudkip will get attack and HP. Where I'm gonna do the HP much later. But let's go now. I can show you guys all the mons. We are EV training our Entei today. This is the first time I've actually shown this off on stream. A lot of people watching the stream don't know that I have an Entei, so hello stream. Entei is getting EV trained today. 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed, and then my Honchkrow, my Moxie Honchkrow, 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed. Mudkip will be 2v2 attack, 2v2 HP, and be a bulky one for NU in the future. And then this Luxray wild alpha that I caught, that's just 31 attack, 31 speed, naughty nature, really good physical attacking electric type PVM raid Pokemon. There's not a whole lot of those. That'll be great. And then Pawniard being an offensive steel dark type is really unique, and it has been, Bisharp has been really good and meta in a few raids if I recall correctly. So that's the mons I'm EV training. I'm going to start off over at attack at Nidorino in Kanto, and I will see you guys when it's time for speed, or maybe even after the full EV training session. I'm so dumb, dude. I'm gonna have to, well, I'm so dumb. Well, those EV reducing berries are gonna come in handy pretty quick. Dude, how did I already mess? I'm so tired today. I don't know what's happening. I'm out of it. I messed up, guys. This Swampert was not supposed to be 2v2 speed. Number 1, it's a Swampert. This thing is 50 base stat speed. Number 2, it's sassy nature. That sucks. And it's low speed. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm really bummed I did that. Maybe I got lazy because I knew that I was growing the berries. I'm going to have to use speed EV reducing berries on this. Maybe I'll plant some more tomatoes because of that. That's a pain in the butt. It can be fixed at least now, but I'm going to have to use berries on that. Maybe in the future. Maybe I don't worry about it right now because I don't need a Swampert for like raids, you know? That was just for like an NU comp. So it'll be fixed one day. I'm gonna name it actually DEV. That's a bummer though. Another big mistake on the Ironman account. It's gonna happen, dude. No, that's also true as hell, Danny. Low key, would rebreeding be easier than the berries? It might be. I am literally growing the berries right now, but it's like I could breed up the stats. The stats aren't anything crazy. obviously. I could, it is male, so we need to breed with a Ditto. That's the hardest part. But I'd probably have to use a 2x31 Ditto. I might just DEV. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Now that I have the berries might be easier now that I have, it depends. We'll fix it one day is what I'll say. I'm going to throw it back in the training boxes for now. There is our EV training done with, boys. 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed. After that little mistake, that's okay. That's a huge milestone. We do have some XP training to do on these Pokemon here in the future. Not going to worry about that today. We've done enough mundane tasks today. I do have an alpha catch over another alpha, which is crazy today on stream. 2 alphas in one stream. An alpha catch over in Sinnoh. It's an alpha Blissey, which is kind of an interesting catch. Oh, that's so good. That was really lucky. I caught it with a Dream Ball on turn 8. This alpha sucks because it can soft boil and heal up repeatedly, and we literally just dodged that. Also, Calm Nature, 31 defense, 31 HP, the best 2 31s to have on this. I need to breed up this Spadef. This is a 1 breed away from a really good Blissey. That's so good. Yeah, Calm or like Bold are the 2. That's really good. That's an amazing alpha catch. Very happy with that to end the day off. All right, fellas, it is time to jump back onto the Iron Man for another beautiful day. We have an alpha Persian spawn. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I've prepped this fully. I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing timer balls now. Hopefully just get lucky and catch it right now. That'll look really cool on camera if I do that. Come on, Persian, you do it for the content, do it for the video. Come on, be nice to me. Oh my goodness, you actually listened. Oh, fucking good cat, bro. Thank you so much, Persian. Easy catch, boys. A field A group alpha breeder, always appreciated. 2x31, 31 attack, 31 Spadef. I will take any stats there. I'm very happy with that. That's the alpha caught. Next up, we have some berries to go pick, as well as I already rewatered all my EV reducing berries. Those take 44 hours or whatever to grow, right? So those take a lot longer. Paid actor Persian. Yeah, I'll PayPal you after the stream, Persian. Thank you so much. We're gonna head over, pick our berries. Also just check out, dude, look at my berry stacks. They are, like, to be fair, the seed stacks are more impressive than the berry stacks right now, because I only keep Chestos and Leppas. But let's see, once these grow, all the EV reducing ones. But now I can go ahead and pick up my cherries. So this, and I'll show you guys the haul afterwards. Anything I get right now will be purely from this haul, and this haul might be smaller and less than previous hauls, because I spent a lot of this growth time, this period, going for the EV reducing berries and not just cherries and patches and things like that, not just pure volume. All right, our berry farming is done. I'm ending up with 244 cherries. Wow, that's really good. I need that so bad, actually. That is going to give me so many spicy seeds. That's the best cherry haul we've had so far. Holy, 76 very spicy. That is the most we have had by far so far. That feels really sick. That's really awesome. Hell yeah, holy crap, dude. I'm gonna keep these around for now, and I'm gonna go plant my berries after my gym rerun, so in about an hour. So I'm gonna go start my gym rerun right now. Alrighty, fellas, it is gym rerun time once again. I'm getting super low on amulet coins, which is scaring me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this one, and I am going to, my plans today are gym rerun, XP train, amulet coin farm. It is a grindy day. It's a grindy day. Gonna be honest with you, it's a grindy day on the stream, but it's mandatory stuff that must be done prior to event season, and we got to get it done. And I'm happy. I'm still happy and feeling pretty good about it. So that's, honestly, I'm happy with that. This is a great question, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure. Pat, if an official Iron Man mode released, do you think it would take you a less amount of time or a more amount of time to make the progress that you have currently? Do you think that the knowledge is helpful, or is it still very RNG dependent? Man, it depends. My RNG on this account has been very good. Let me qualify that. So I think it has helped my progress a ton. Getting the XP amplifier as early as I did was insane, right? I really, it's just a mixture. Like, I probably wouldn't get the XP amplifier as fast as I did, but I think I would. I don't know. I would err on the side of, I think I would. Knowledge is so powerful in the route you take and all these things. I think I would err on the side of, I actually do think I would save time. I do think I could get back to this spot in less time, but I wouldn't have everything. I may not have get back to this spot in terms of like all the PVM Pokemon I have, the PvP stuff, you know, whatever, raid ready, yada yada yada. I don't think I could get like the XP reamplifier back in this time. The shinies that I've gotten, like, there's a lot of rare stuff there. and then certain like catches and IVs, you know. So it's hard. It's really hard to say. It's a really good question. My account's been very, very lucky, but I do think I would maybe in the same time or slightly less. I remember, for reference, it took me 2 years to max my main account in old school RuneScape, which, you know, took like I think it was around 10,000 hours. It took around 10,000 hours. I did it in about 2 years. I played a lot of RuneScape. Okay. And then when I made an Ultimate Iron Man, I wanted to max that account again, right? And I thought it would take like double the time to max an Ultimate. No. It took me, I was on pace for 2 years, and I was gonna max the Ultimate Iron Man in the same time that I maxed the main due to game knowledge, right? Which is crazy. For those who don't know, an Ultimate Iron Man account is an account that cannot trade or use the GTL or use a bank or Granite Change, or use a bank in RuneScape. So I almost maxed the Ultimate Iron Man in the same exact time as the main account from sheer game knowledge. However, I ended up meeting my wife, and so I ended up doing it in 2.5 years because I met a really special girl, and I delayed my Ultimate Iron Man maxing to go on dates and hang out with her. So I do think game knowledge plays a really, really big part. The fact that I was able to max, you know, a main account in 2 years and then max an Ultimate Iron Man in almost the same time frame is shocking to a lot. It's shocking to me and to a lot of people. But I think game knowledge is that powerful. It's really what route and what to do. It's a really powerful thing. All right, that is our gym rerun done. Our Entei, or not? Yeah, Entei. I read the Arcanine name, and someone renamed it. Brain destroy myself. Level 69 on the Entei, back over 2 mil again. So we're back in the safety zone to some extent. I would really like to have at least 2 mil heading into event. Maybe like 1.5 is fine heading into event season. It's honestly totally fine if we like spend all of our money during the Halloween event for whatever reason. I don't know what we would spend it on, but whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, I saw a shiny Porygon there for a quick second. I got distracted. But anyways, that's our Jimmy run done. Now we have 2 things left. We need the Amulet coin farm and XP train. The question is, which one do we want to do first? I'm going to go do at least like a little bit of Amulet coin farming first, because I literally only have 1 Amulet coin left. So I really want to make sure I can get to a bit of that, right? Before, and then I can do XP train whenever. So let's go Amulet coin first. And it's possible. People have been asking me, will there be a shiny boost during the Halloween event Petrowski, or will there be a there's been like Pokeyen boost? I don't know. I don't remember what the Halloween event did last year. I know in the Christmas event they usually do a shiny boost, and then in the Lunar New Year event they usually do a Pokeyen boost. I don't remember if they did anything. Someone could remind me. I don't know if they did anything for the Halloween event. We'll have to see. But they usually do like certain little passive boosts. Maybe an XP boost would be really cool to see. That would honestly be amazing. Certain little boosts. We'll have to just keep an eye out for that. But I'm gonna go start my Amulet coin farming. Dude, what the actual fuck? I've been doing this for like maybe an hour. I've been here for like 40 minutes to an hour, and I have gotten 1 Amulet coin. Item farming, especially Amulet coin farming, has proven to be one of the most frustrating parts of the Iron Man for sure. It's just so you have to do constantly as well. This is rough, dude. I can't. It's a big reason why event season is so important. Getting item magnet charms. Item magnet charms is going to be so good, man. I cannot wait for item magnet charms. It's going to be so huge for the Amulet coin farming. I haven't seen a Frisk in a long time. Please be a Amulet coin. I've seen a lot of, I think I've only seen like 2 quick claws today. Maybe. Okay, here's the RNG. Hopefully the RNG is evening out, boys. Here it is. Let's show me the Amulet coin. Is it 1 Frisk? Let me see. It was 1 Frisk. Show me an Amulet coin. If it's a quick claw, we crash out. Come on, show it to me. Show me the coin. Show me the coin. Okay, we are so back on track. I'm an idiot. How did I not even think about that, Cerulean? Dude, wait, that's fucking genius, Cerulean. Whoa, my goodness. Richest charms are so good because not only do they make me more Pokeyen on my Jimmy runs, but they also make it so I don't have to farm Amulet coins. Holy crap. Like, that's gonna be so good. I'm like so excited, dude. Holy. Oh my goodness. I need to get as many richest charms as humanly possible. It is like the most important item, I think, in the whole event season. All right, a rare post-stream clip in this episode 20.5. We have an Alpha Ledian catch, though. I want to go ahead and grab this one. A good bug egg group Pokemon. All All right, there is the Ledian catch. Hoping for 3 times 31. That would be pretty lucky, but 2 times 31, I'd be very happy with that. So let's just see. And there, dude, that's the Iron Man. I mean, to be fair, it's like a 1 in 6 chance. For those who don't know, it's like a 1 in 5, 1 in 6 chance to get that 3 times 31 on the alpha around, not quite exactly, but around that chance. Since the 2 times 31 is guaranteed, rolling that extra 31 is the math. So 3 times 31, and we're not even like, the special attack is high. You want to avoid those like mixed, IV Mons. Like, you don't really need attack and special attack on most Pokemon, but this is a fantastic bug A group breeder in the future. All right, it is now the next morning. I'll be going live here in a few hours, but I want to give you guys a quick update off stream of my progress Amulet Coin farming. We didn't get to XP training yesterday because we just ended up Amulet Coin farming for a few hours. I was able to get up to 16 Amulet Coins, which is 15 Amulet Coins gained. I was only down to 1, and that took me like 3 hours. So it's still super worth it. Like, obviously, Amulet Coin farming is still amazingly good on an Ironman account, but it's still a pain in the butt. Maybe I'm just being too impatient, honestly. I think I was getting really unlucky for the first like 40 minutes or so. I almost didn't get anything. But when you think about it, if I spend 3 hours to then boost my, Pokeyen by 50% 15 times, that's really good. That's 30 minutes saved per Amulet Coin. That's 15 times 30. That is 450 minutes saved. That's 7.5 hours saved from the 3 hours we spent Amulet Coin farming. So let's say we minus the 3 hours. It ends up being like 4.5. Let's say, let's be really, safe about it. 4 hours saved still of our time thanks to the Amulet Coins. So they are tremendously worth it, even though it can feel a little rough at times, just trying to get them. I think it just feels bad trying to like get them just to grind more, like having to grind for the Amulet Coins to go grind gym reruns for Pokeyen to then use that Pokeyen for other things. But hey, man, that's the Iron Man account. It's extra difficult, but that's what makes it extra meaningful. I also did forget to replant my berries after I picked the ones after the, we left the EV reducing berries, thankfully, but I never really replanted. So that was a bit of a whoopsie, but honestly, I'm not super worried about it since we, kind of have a fair bit. Since we have a healthy amount of seeds and berries right now, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I just want to be careful. I don't have to spend too much Pokeyen is honestly my main concern. I don't want to overspend on harvesting tools leading up until the event. Now, I do want to go through and water all of these. Again, I'm going to do that really quick since they're down to 1 droplet. Just doing this off stream and making sure I get it done properly. All right, we are online today for the chill day on the Iron Man account. I forgot to plant my berries last night. We have a catch event in about 40 minutes, and then alpha spawn I'm going to go to here in a quick sec. But first things first, we get to reap our rewards of planting our EV reducing berries. This is really cool in my opinion. This is going to hopefully stock us up in case we need any emergency situations or changes during raids, during event seasons. I'm really excited for this. This will be huge. Sometimes you do need to change EVs of a Pokemon, especially in raids, on the fly to change the way that the AI targets, right? A lot of times, if you're in a raid and the raid is targeting your like most powerful damage dealing Pokemon, you actually want to like either raise it or like lower the defenses on a different Pokemon to get it to see that as a one-hit KO and target that so your other higher power mon can live, if that makes sense. That comes up a lot. That sort of AI abuse or manipulation comes up a ton in high-level PVM and PokeMMO. Or even alpha Mamoswine encounter. Let's see how this plays out. I also need to show you guys my berries out. We'll do the alpha catch and the berries after this as well. So I'm a little distracted today. All right, and here is the Mamoswine caught. 2 times 31 defenses. I'm very happy with that, honestly. Pretty good. Is it field aid group only? I wish it was monster, but it's only field aid group, but still a really good catch. Next up, my berries. My EV reducing berries. I have about 60 or so of each of them. 93 Hondus on accident. That's kind of funny, but I'm really happy with this amount. 60 or so of each. I'm very, very comfortable with that. I think if I have, the math is if I have like 50 or so of each, then I can, because it takes 26 times 2, 26 to DEV 1 full stat, right? That's minus 10. So perfect. If I have 52 of each berry, that means I can DEV 2 full Pokemon if my math is correct, or one full Pokemon if it's like really messed up, right? So I have enough EV reducing berries to be able to DEV 2 Pokemon in 1 stat if that makes sense, if I need to. So I think it's a really good amount. I'm very happy with that. We have a lot of tomato berries as well. That is gonna be this is gonna be a nice safety net in the future of the Iron Man account for any mistakes. All right, next up, just to clear up a little bit of PC space before the catch events, you obviously need a lot of PC space before events. I want to do a few breeds. I set up like a few Pawniard breeds over here. It's like 5 Pawniards. Yeah, this is just for shiny chance. Pawniard is kind of like a rare single encounter shunt. It cost me 1. I was going to release them anyway. It cost me literally 1 Pokeball, so 200 Pokeyen per Pawniard for a shiny roll. it's, you know, it's honestly, is it worth it? I think it's fine. I think it's cool for like a pretty rare. You should never really egg Pawniard for a shiny. It's not efficient. But on an Ironman account, you might as well with the, you know, I'm gonna release them anyway, sort of type beat. So I'm gonna get these eggs cooked up. And then I also have a 2x31, just a 2x31 field egg group. Nothing really special about this breed. I'll show you guys just well, actually, it's a better breed than I even remembered. It's 26 plus attack, 23 plus special defense. So it actually is only missing one stat. I don't really care how the gender comes out here, I don't think. Yep. I'm gonna breed that. So a pretty nice 2x31 plus some other stats, field egg group breeder, and then some rare shiny chances. And I'll see you guys over at the Doduo catch event. All right, prepare for any catch event. You want to try to run some catching calculations to see which balls are going to be used and what your strategy might want to be for a catch event. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Doduo, maybe even Dodrio, since it is a bit more difficult to catch. I like starting with the most difficult catch and seeing how that goes. Nest Ball, these mons are too high level. Nest Ball is not going to work on them. We can check Quick Ball and see what that will be. Status, no status. Only at 29%. I don't think Quick Ball is going to be the strategy. This might end up being a false swipe, Spore, and then not even Pokeball is not even going to be enough. This is gonna be this is gonna be a tougher catch event than I realized. Wow, is it nighttime in game? Can we get the Dust Ball benefits? Nope, it is not nighttime. This will be tough. Wow, this is gonna be a really tough event. Even False Swipe Ultra Ball is not a great catch rate. I'm trying to think of what other options you even have access to outside of no Dust Ball access will be relevant here. Maybe Dust Ball as the event passes onward. Maybe we'll get to the point where it is nighttime in game. It might become nighttime. What was it? Fastball? We don't even have that as an option in the calculator. I'm trying to think if I wonder if fastballs will be that good. After the first 15 minutes, you'll have Dust Ball access. Let's calc Dust Ball. So Dust Ball is going to be the best ball once it becomes nighttime in game. Let's go now. Let's try. That's the hardest catch though. So let's also try like Doduo. Doduo is 100. Let's try Quick Ball with Doduo. Let's try Quick Ball. No status. So Doduo is Quick Ballable. Okay, I'm gonna start to write this down. Doduo is Quick Ballable. Doduo. Quick Ball. Dodrio. Ball Swipe. Spore. Dust Ball. Dust/Ultra. That's just a tough one. Next up is Rattata. Rattata is probably Quick Ballable, I believe. I can't imagine it's not. Rattata, very Quick Ballable. Perfect. Raticate. 83% Quick Ball. That might... Ooh. Well, so I wonder if the strat... I think the strat might actually be to run from Dodrios. Maybe I'm crazy. I think it is. Even though it's +5... I don't think it's worth catching Dodrios. I think it takes too long. Because otherwise, I can just lead my synchronized Pokemon and Quick Ball everything. And I can Quick Ball... I'm going to go buy some more Quick Balls and Nest Balls over in Unova. Spend some Pokeyen really quick. And this might be a Nest Ball Quick Ball event, but only for Doduo and like Rattata. But we'll have to test this one out physically a little bit. All right, so I do need to buy a bunch of Quick Balls specifically for this event, and then it's gonna be really expensive. I'm gonna spend some Pokeyen here, but it's worth it. And then Nest Balls, I do want to buy. I don't have any, so I want to buy like 100 of these and have some on me. I don't think I'll be using it for this event. I'm gonna try. I think this event for me personally is going to be a fully Quick Balled event. And I don't think a lot of people will be doing that, but I could be wrong. And then also when I showed up for the event, I did show up very early, but I was still on channel 1. So I'm banking on a few things here. I'm banking on not many people participating in this event because the shiny is kind of a common shiny. People may not care about it. And then I also am banking on the fact that other people won't be doing the Quick Ball strategy because it's really expensive and not really worth it on a main account. So there's a few things I'm banking on here that if I get some a really good catch alongside, maybe I could snag a placement on an Ironman account prior to event season. Like I could actually like use these things to my advantage. So we're gonna try our best today, fellas. All right, fellas, the event has officially began. This should be an intense one, a tight one in my opinion. I'm really curious how many participants there are. I didn't get switched to some crazy channel. I'm feeling like Iron Man and hopefully myself have a good chance of placing well in this event. I'm feeling hopeful, man. I don't think that... Oh, I need to turn my re-amplifier. Oh, my goodness. I don't think as many people like myself will be quick balling. And then I don't think many people will be... Or or they're actually doing the event because it's a common shiny. So that's my hopes. We'll see how it plays out. Wait, I was so distracted by a passionate conversation and a passionate rant. I think that I have a 17 Raticate. Bro, I might have won 4th place. I didn't even show the catch because I was distracted by a rant. It's a Raticate. That's 21 minus 5. That is a 16. Holy guac. That would be karma at its finest. Karma at its finest. In a world where I'm fighting for PokeMMO, fighting for the love of the game, and I get 4th place in the event, it would be absolute karmic justice, beauty, poetry. Let's see if it comes to fruition. I don't want to count my chickens too early. We got to hatch them, boys. All right, drum rolls, ladies and gentlemen, people of royalty. Catch event results are coming very, very soon, and I'm hoping for 4th place. If I win 4th place, expect some possible riots after today. Someone is literally typing in chat, if Petrowski wins, we riot. Let me move my dumb little face cam, if possible. People may not be happy. We've been spouting a lot of opinions today. Very vocal. There's been a very hectic day in the PokeMMO community. A lot has happened. Let's see what happens now with the catch event results. If I don't win 4th place, I respect and I'm happy to those whoever wins it, you know? If I do win 4th place, that is 250 RP for the Ironman account towards a possible event thing. They are really they said drums. Did they start the drum rolls too early? What happened? Did we start the drum roll too early? Are they not ready? Did we get baited? Did we get baited? Wait, one of the mods typed drums, but it might have been too early. Hold up. Somebody false drummed. Enzo is like, who gave drums? So not to call them out, it happens, okay? That's awesome. We had an accidental drums from the staff. All right, Cosmooth back with the results, and it's a bit crazy tonight. I feel like that means my 4th place will not. I think 16 might not be low enough. Let's see. I have a 16 Raticate. It is a 21 minus 5. Congratulations, TRK. Congratulations. That is a he got a 15. I lost by 1 point, and honestly, GG's TRK. Oh, I typed RTK. TRK. I'm glad I lost because people would be really fucking mad if I won. So, he deserved the win. Insanely good score. A 1 point difference. Drama dodged. Whew. We dodged the dev allegations one more day. Another day where people maybe don't think I'm a cheater. Yeah, now people are saying it's rigged 'cause I lost. Wait a minute. No, I should have lost. Wait a minute. GG's. Congrats to him. 3rd place, DXRKI. These crazy names. Durkee? 3rd place, 167. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Massive congrats. 2nd place, Mick. This name is so good. McBorger. Bro, that name. You're speaking to my inner American. Mick Borger, 167. Congratulations. 167 for 3rd and 2nd. 1st place was not that crazy high. That's kind of cool. What's 1st place? 168, 169? That would be awesome to see. A lower catch event meme. Yo, all 3 were 167? Holy. Whoa, I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I've never seen all 3 people tie. I've seen 2 tie a ton. I've never seen GG's all insane day. I've never seen all 3 people tie. 167 for 1 through 3rd, and it all coming down to time. That's what a catch event. Holy crap, what a catch event. GG's to everybody. That's a cool one, dude. All right, today was a crazy day in PokeMMO, but I think I'm actually really feeling hopeful about it. There was a lot of drama. This was a while ago. If you're watching the, this clip, you don't have to worry about it, but there was a lot of drama, a lot of discussion, and I actually am feeling really good. I think, a lot of people argued, a lot of people went back and forth in PokeMMO, but I'm feeling good. Everybody's discussing. I think that's the most important thing. At the end of the day, everybody is talking, everybody's communicating, and I'm feeling really bright and hopeful for the game, even though it was a tough, bumpy road to get here. So hope you guys are feeling the same way, even at this time when you're watching this, a few days EVs in the future. But anyways, let's go ahead and I need to first things first, sort through these Pokemon. You know what? I don't want to do that right now. I'm gonna be lazy. I should sort through these post catch event. I don't really want to. Instead, I want to do some chill XP training to wind down the day. I feel like it's a perfect thing to go ahead and do after a very crazy, wacky, stressful day. I want to XP train some of the few Pokemon I need to XP train left on the Ironman account. Okay, I will say I actually do have a little bit more EV training that I didn't realize I had to do. I kind of forgot about it. I need to train this Smoochum 2v2 special attack and 2v2 speed, and then I need to also finish EV training my Articuno 2v2 speed attack. And then I also want to do some sort of EVs over on my Natu, my Magic Balance, my beautiful Xatu, because this might be necessary. It has been, there's been a few raids, nichely, if I recall correctly, memory is not amazing, right? Where Xatu is a really good raid Pokemon, so it's possible I end up needing this for raids. I obviously need my Murkrow, of course. This is gonna be I think this is gonna be 252 HP, 252 speed, which is kind of funny. Like, obviously you want bulk on this thing, but you also want the speed just in case you're not. Well, do you want the speed? I don't know. Should I just go 252 HP, 252 defense? That would be like the normal build that you would go, especially for PvP. I'm talking myself into it. You know what? I can actually go the 2v2 HP, 2v2 defense build, and then that allows me to use it as a Eviolite prankster. Eviolite Murkrow a lot better in PvP versus just in raids. You know what? I'm actually convincing myself here. So I'll do that. And I'll probably just do the same here, like with the Xatu. The Xatu probably also goes 2v2 HP, 2v2 defense. But if you're using it in raids, you probably want damage. What is Xatu? Let's see. I'm guessing it's the same for, what is Xatu played in right now? UU, let's go check the tiers. UU, 50%, 6% usage, 50-something% win rate. Leftovers bold. I'm taking that as Rocky Helmet's the other item. I'm taking that as like full bulk. I'm guessing they go 2v2 HP, 2v2 defense. So I'm going to keep that in mind. So I could go EV train now. The question becomes, do I want to EV train or XP train and chill out? And you know what? I thought that I was going to XP train my Honchkrow, my Pawniard, eventual Bisharp raid, and my Entei. You know what? I think I'd rather go EV train, weirdly enough. I'd rather go EV train or rather go get it done. So let's start off with these two fellas. You know what? Or, yeah, let's do it. This is special attack and speed. So let's go do special attack first. All right, so over to special attack EV training, we go over to Heatmore in Unova. I am EV training 5 different Pokemon. I am going to end up EV training my Jellicent in special attack. This is very abnormal. I'll probably go special attack and not speed, probably special attack and HP. This is going to allow it to still be pretty decently bulky in PvP and do its job in PvP, but also be kind of a surprise factor when it comes to damage. This is not the ideal PvP build, but since mine is modest and since I love to throw a little Petrowski flair in there and be a little, a little risky, a little specialized. I love making tanky Pokemon really hard hitting and people not expecting that. I used to run a full special attack in Frostlass in NU and I loved it. Choice Specs Frostlass would catch people off guard. It's really fast, but its special attack stat is not the best, but you can throw off some blizzards under hail or some shadow balls and just do crazy ice beams. Really insane damage. I really love it. It's supposed to be like a switcheroo stat if you want to switcheroo a Choice Specs onto something. So I love doing stuff like that. People will expect a different kind of lead Frostlass. So EV training are Frillish in 2v2 special attack, our Articuno in 2v2 special attack. Even though it's bashful nature, it's still like maybe usable. Our Smoochum for possible Suicune raid returning. That'll be 2v2 special attack, 2v2 speed. And then our Lilligant that we just kind of casually made recently. This is just in case, like this could be released one day. It's kind of just one of those things we make on this account. Yes, it's a nice wild caught special attacker, grass type, whatever. It could be used in certain raids to spam Leaf Storm or Giga Drain or whatever, but maybe used in PvP. It's nothing special, but it's a really cool Pokemon to have access to, even though its defenses and HP are super, super low. Not very usable in PvP. You could try it in PvP, but it's not going to do amazing. And then our Tropius, mild nature, wild caught like this. Once again, kind of similar story to the Lilligant. We will reach a point on this account where we will be straight up like releasing Pokemon. That is the weird thing with training up mediocre comps similar to this Lilligant. You wouldn't normally do this on the Iron Man. The main reason I'm doing this is because I have extra space. Because I have the XP Reamplifier and I have the extra space, it's kind of like a why not type situation. I literally would just be like sitting there kind of wasting it anyways. If the XP really mattered, then sure, that's one thing, but the XP I'm getting here is pretty minimal versus going over to the, the proper XP training spot afterwards to really finish it off. So let's jump into our training art. All right, there is our special attack EV training done. Everything 2v2. That makes some of our Pokemon finished, like our Articuno, obviously. But I do need to go still speed EV train things like our Smoochum into our Jinx. Maybe speed EV train this, but we'll see. We'll have to go double check what else do we need to, or what else do we have to speed EV train. All right, and for speed EV training, I only have a few Pokemon to do. I have the Smoochum, of course, I've talked about many times now. The Tropius, because why not sort of situation. I even put some Spadef EVs into it on accident. And then my Miltank. I was initially going to build this Miltank defensive and go the one-man army strategy, which is what I call it, where you go Scrappy ability, Curse. The moveset is usually Curse, Heal Bell, Miltank, which keep you sustained, healthy, and, you know, able to get your attacks off, and then Body Slam as your only attack. However, that strategy is not very good. It's very fun. I really love it. I really enjoy it. And I think it's a product of a different time. I think just running a adamant 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed Miltank is honestly going to do better. This thing is way faster than people realize with that 100 base stat speed. I love this Pokemon. Very cool Pokemon. And I think with a choice band, this thing could actually hit extremely hard, especially with the Sap Sipper. Ooh, I was going to say Sap Sipper hidden ability, but I don't have hidden ability access on this thing, so I can't even run Sap Sipper onto it. So I'd probably end up running Scrappy most likely and just go for big fat body slams into potentially Rotoms in the NU tier. That is a PvP Pokemon. Miltank will almost certainly never be usable in raids. Even a normal type attacker, like, you're just never really going to see mons like that pop up in raids, aside from maybe slacking 1 year, but we'll have to see. I'm going to get prepped like my catching Breloom and stuff in case I run into a shiny in the spots. I'm going to be doing Poliwhirl over at Mount Silver in Johto. So I will be right over here in the water. I prefer this spot over Rapidash because I'd rather have a shiny Politoed than a shiny Rapidash at this point. But I'll see you guys when I'm done speed EV training. All right, it is the next morning now, but better late than never. Here's the final EVs on my Jinx 252, and now we can go do this. Is I think oh, and actually not almost everything. I was gonna say almost everything done, but not quite everything. I do have defense and HP EV training still to do on my Murkrow, if I recall correctly. And I could either take a break now and go XP train and then go back into that EV training, or you know what? I'd rather just get the all the EVs done and then just go XP train for like the rest of the Ironman journey, and then we'll be done. And at that point, fully, truly ready for event season. If I want to, you know, do some more Jimmy runs, I can do that. If I want to do a little more berry farming, I can do that, but it's not required at that point. All right, gonna start things off with some HP EV training. We have these 4 Pokemon to HP EV train. Our Murkrow, of course, one of our biggest priorities. Our Natu, which will eventually be our Xatu. Man, looking at these Pokemon, it feels good. I just one of those things. This is a good spot to just smell the roses, dude. Seeing 2 different 4x31 with correct nature and then 20 plus in the final stat. Man, seeing those on an Ironman account, it feels pretty darn good. Even on a main account, like, these would be nice Pokemon, you know? So it's a crazy thing. Next up, so we also have our Frillish, which we did special attack EV trend recently. I'm gonna go with attack and HP on this, make it still decently bulky for PvP, but also be able to do some surprise damage that I'm hoping people won't expect. And we also have over here our Ferroseed / eventual Ferethorn. I would love to get this in my Rain team as an option. I may not run it every single game in Rain, but that's the biggest thing I felt in my PvP games, is lacking a real pivot Pokemon, lacking a tank Pokemon to be like, oh shit, I need to tank this next attack, you know, for 1 turn, let me switch to it. I have to sacrifice something constantly in my Rain team. That's kind of how it just plays out. So I'm hoping this will help that to some extent, and also be a good solid Pokemon to have. Out of all the tanky mons, Ferethorn actually has been meta in raids very infrequently at the time, but way back in the past, to be fair, a bit. But I'm feeling pretty good about EV training these Pokemon. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I think the Ferroseed / Ferethorn, the question becomes, do I end up going 2v2 HP and 2v2 defense? Do I end up going 2v2 HP and 2v2 Spadef and go like Assault? I don't think Assault gear ever. I'm not that crazy. I think this thing needs to be able to use Leech Seed and use, you know, its proper like annoyances attacks versus like just sitting with an assault gear and hitting. Maybe if I was adamant and was going like bulk, that'd be kind of funny. I love the idea of an assault gear Ferethorn, but not on a relaxed one like this. There still is a valid question of how do you EV train it. I think I might end up going 2v2 HP and then splitting the defenses in the Spadef. It's really tough. I really like, whenever I build tank mons in PvP, I'm a big fan of building those tank mons in a way where they can tank everything. A lot of people like to build like specifically like having like a physical wall. Like this Natu, for example, is going to be 2v2 HP, 2v2 defense. It's going to be more of a physical wall, but that's also because if you look at Natu's stats, I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's more of a physical wall only versus it's not going to tank special attacks as well. And that's kind of like a sacrifice you give up. You know, you think of things like Weezing, right? Like Weezing is a Pokemon that I believe is a really good defensive wall, but not a very good special defense wall. It's kind of like the trade-off you have, but maybe I'm greedy. I'm a bit greedy. I like trying to make my walls, when possible, you know, be able to wall both types of attacks. And by doing that, it's actually going to make the EV training a bit more complicated, because if I could just arguably go 2v2 HP, 2v2 defense, and just make it kind of a one-man, you know, do one thing, a more specific Pokemon. But then, so that if I did that, I could just go EV train it way easier. I could just go do the 2v2 HPs alongside these Pokemon. But because I want to build it in a specific way, it's going to take me a bit more time of EV training. But I think it's going to be worth it personally. All right, just finished all the HP EV training. I did notice one thing. I did notice one pretty big mistake when I was looking over my my Ferro Seed. This thing does not have Leech Seed, and Leech Seed is, number one, a really crucial move on Ferethorn. Number two, it's also an egg move on Ferethorn. So I'm gonna have to rebreed this. It's perfect nature, so I can Everstone that. And I do think pairing this with a Pokemon with the Leech Seed, like, hopefully, I don't think it's gonna be too expensive. I think I have the resources. I don't think it'll be a big deal, but I'm no longer going to EV train it because it's not really ready in the way that I thought it was. And that's just, you know, one of those mistakes that's gonna happen. It's easy to forget. I think egg moves might be one of the #1 easy mistakes to make, even no matter how long you've been playing the game. I feel like forgetting egg moves is something, you know, everybody does every so often. But I'm gonna go put that away and get prepped for defense EV training. Also important to note that our Frillish is done. That's kind of cool. We now have a Jellicent comp that we can use in the future. We'll have to level it up. To be fair, leveled up moveset, not fully done, but a lot more progress made there. Our comps box is looking extremely full. I went ahead and threw my Frillish over here, but I'm actually going to throw it back over here since it still does need to be XP trained. And then all that's left is defense EV training, which only, like, I think 1 or 2 Pokemon need. I think it's literally just the Murkrow. I was checking my EV train boxes, but I don't think anybody else really needs it. Just the Murkrow and the Xatu. Let's go get started. All right, here is the final horde for the defense EV training. This is really exciting, man. This is some of the final EV training I will do. Probably the final EV training that I will do prior to the Halloween event. Let's go get nice and prepped and buckle down and sit down for tons of hours of XP training. And I'd really like to get this XP training done either tomorrow or Saturday, because I'm kind of running out of time just in terms of, let me qualify, I'm running out of time in terms of allowing myself a break. I really like to take a 3 to 4 day break prior to big events, big shiny war tournaments, you know, things like that. I love Pokemon. I love this game. I will log on and play this game every single day if I can. However, I need to force myself to take a little bit of a break because it's important. I think I noticed that I come into events way more refreshed when I force myself to not allow myself to play PokeMMO. Can I say myself any more times? But basically, when I don't let myself, play PokeMMO for like 3 days, I'm even more excited. I'm already excited for the event, but I'm even more excited, and it just works out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let me prep everything that I need for this. I wish I had a little bit more box space. I will say that is actually the biggest deterrent so far heading into event season is probably my box space. Maybe I'll try to, I don't know. I'm just running out of time at this point, to be honest with you. And I think I'm just going to have to like make do. And I think I will be able to make do. I've thought about potentially releasing my rares, and that's something that honestly might end up happening. Speaking of box space, before we get into our XP training grind, let's go ahead and sort these. I want to move these. That box is actually entirely full. I'm going to move these. These are all breeders. We'll move these over into this box. And then some of these high total IV ones might also potentially be some breeders. I'm even gonna have to go ahead and release my 16 total store Eradicate that just almost got 4th place in that catch event. Dude, that would have been so nice. I'm not gonna lie. Not to, it's a shoulda coulda woulda type situation. I'm glad the person won. They deserve to win. They literally got a better score, right? But one of those situations, I could have had 550 RP, man, on the Iron Man account. Oof. We'll see if that would have made a difference. I kind of doubt it, but it would have been cool. It would have been cool selfishly. All right, there's all those Pokemon sorted, a lot of them released, 10 Pokemon kept over here for breeding purposes. And maybe we'll breed some of those up here in the future if I have some extra time, but right now all I care about is XP training. And to do that XP training, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pokemon in total that I want to go ahead and XP train here. So honestly, that should be 2 different batches, I believe. 2 different batches of, let's get the lower level ones first, actually. Maybe get all those. I do kind of care about having a Hunter. Let's grab that one. Let's grab the lower level ones first and just totally work on these, and we can actually go grab like the Luxray. And the Luxray is already level 72, for example. Like some of these don't need that much. Like this one's level 72. It's just meant to be a backup electric type attacker anyway. So if I don't get the Luxray done, it's not the end of the world type situation. But I have a pretty good setup here. I'm gonna go use my Sweet Scent my Sweet Scent Pikachu, my Rampardos. As always, I am going to go ahead and pop a lucky egg. I have 9 of them. I did a little bit more recently when legendary hunting the last time I did. So let's get started. Let's get as much XP as possible. We're starting with Murkrow level 44, Xatu level 42, Pawniard level 34, and then the Murkrow level 36. I will also get a screenshot of this to compare before and after the hour. All right, it's been an hour. Here's our first hour of Lucky Egg XP training. Our Murkrow, our first Murkrow, we have 2 different Murkrows. Our first Murkrow went from level 44 to 72. Our Xatu went from 42 also to 72. Our Pawniard from 34 to 70. And then our Alpha Murkrow from 36 to 70. That's, you know, massive progress, massive gains. For 1 hour of XP training, 4 Pokemon, almost to 80. I think that's pretty darn amazing. I'm actually like really happy with that. I was pretty decently locked in with how many hordes I was getting. I just need to get these mons up to level 80 or so, and then I'm done as well. That's like the other amazing thing is like once you get to 80, we're done. We just want them raid ready. They don't need to be level 100. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop another lucky egg and just continue on the XP train. This is lucky egg number 8 going down to 7. I'm gonna keep going, and then if I get these up to 80, I can go ahead and move on to the other Pokemon. Ideally, I might be able to get all the XP training that I need done in 3 lucky eggs or so total, which is insane. All right, so I'm heading back to the PC to heal anyway. I'm going to make some few small adjustments. I believe at least 1 Pokemon, not this Murkrow, but this. Yup, the Xatu is level 80. That's a new Pokemon done. That will get put over here in the PC. Bisharp 78, this Murkrow 77, this one's 79. So they're all really close. I'm just going to keep these 3 in the party for now. That will divert more XP to them for a few battles. Wow, I'm also so glad I checked my trainer card at that exact moment. I'm also at 998 hours. That means that almost certainly I'm gonna hit 1,000 hours right before the Halloween event. If I time things perfectly, I might be able to head into the Halloween event with exactly 1,000 hours. I don't need to do it, but it would be kind of darn beautiful. All right, and there is level 80 on this hidden ability access Murkrow. We can throw that in the PC and then finish the Bisharp and this other Murkrow from 78 up to 80 as well. Plop those in, grab the final 4 mons. Also, being able to save some lucky eggs heading into event season might be a huge benefit, especially trying to save time during the event season itself. I'm really glad I have some leftovers there. All right, and this fight should be giving me level 80 on the Bisharp, but not quite on the Murkrow. Yup, there is 80 on the Bisharp. I can plop that in the PC if I want to gain extra XP here, which I think is honestly worth it. And wow, that one battle got 11,000 XP in one fight. I was like, I thought I was gonna take 2 fights. That's why I didn't record, but nope. That was an insane amount of XP in one battle. Holy crap. So now this Murkrow is also level 80. Now I will need to get a Dust Stone. Oh, I have one. Ooh, this might be new, I believe. I think I can go ahead and use this. I don't think I need to save this for any other Pokemon if I recall correctly. Let's go for it. Evolve this Murkrow into our Honchkrow. I did make a really silly mistake. I didn't show this earlier, but I forgot to teach this thing Sucker Punch. I was spamming through the moves when it was learning them, and I made a mistake. So unfortunately, I am going to have to use a few heart scales, waste a few heart scales to make up for that mistake, but honestly, not the end of the world. There's those 4 Pokemon all leveled up to 80. Now I can go grab these Pokemon, and dude, the dream world situation is finishing all of my XP training within this 1 lucky egg. That would be amazing. I mean, the Entei is level 69. The Jinx is 41, which is kind of low. Like the Articuno is 56. Like I kind of don't. Ooh, I don't know. It's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really close. Honestly, I kind of arguably could put the Lux Ray in my PC for the time being. I kind of want to just to really get the most XP possible on the 3 more crucial mons. That might be worth it. All right, but this horde will end up being the final one here. I'm gonna almost get my Arcanine to level 80, but not quite. And then my Jinx is level 64 and my Articuno is level 69. So 2 hours of really solid XP training tonight. I probably am gonna go ahead and end up popping 1 more lucky egg, but that'll be a tomorrow task. And tomorrow will probably be the final day that I record for this episode and the final time you guys see me until the event season, the Halloween event, fully kicks into gear for PokeMMO. All right, good morning. It is the next morning, and it is time to pop the final lucky egg on the Iron Man account prior to the event season. Let's go ahead and get started. I am ready for this to be done with. I've been loving the journey, but once again, I'll say it one last time before event season comes around. We have been sowing and sowing and sowing and sowing. We've been preparing and preparing and preparing and preparing. I'm ready. I think it's time. I think we deserve to reap what we've been sowing. I think it's time that we get to earn our rewards, take advantage of our preparation, all of those things. We've been preparing for so long. I think it's all going to pay off here very, very soon, and I just can't wait at this point. Entei's almost level 80. He'll be level 80 in like 2 more encounters, and we have our Articuno and our Jinx to level up. Now, it's very, very, very likely, actually, I have some extra time on this lucky egg, and if I do have some extra time, I'll probably just level a few things up towards level 100 or get as close as I can with those. All right, well, I got distracted for a quick second, and we did it, fellas. Jinx level 81, Articuno level 82, and I already threw the Luxray and the other Pokemon in my boxes. Luxray level 80, Entei level 80. That is every single Pokemon that I need, to my knowledge, for the event season, level 80 plus. Now, I still have 29 minutes left on this lucky egg, so I'm going to throw a few things in my inventory, like the Legendary. I love having the Legendaries be higher level. You know, why not? We'll throw those in there. We'll throw the Honchkrow in there and we get that up to a higher level. Maybe if the Suicune Raid returns, I bet you that will require level 100. So we'll grab these Pokemon and just do some casual XP training until the end. All right, and there ticks down the lucky egg. The timing was a little weird. I was going back to heal for this horde, but I don't have quite enough time, but that is okay. We got our Entei up to level 86, our Honchkrow to 87, our Jinx to 89, and we just have a plethora of raid-ready PVM Pokemon over in our boxes. I think this is a better time than any to go ahead and just appreciate all of this, and also add some finishing touches to a few of our legendary Pokemon, and we also have to go retrieve a few of our Pokemon from the daycares. So let's just start with this, man. The beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 amazing level 80 PVM and raid Pokemon all sitting right here in my training boxes. I don't quite have enough space to throw them over to my comps box for the time being, and I'm just gonna have to deal with that. And then we have our amazing Wheezing, Bold Nature. I'm gonna hover over things. Thanks for the for the sub, mod chip. Okay, I'm gonna hover over things you guys don't have to. You can just see over here on this part of the screen all the stats. Our Kingdra, our beautiful Kingdra we use for PvP throughout the course of this series. Our second is our backup Starmie that I'll probably make better in the future, but I'm not worried about, because we have a better Starmie down here. Our level 80 Timid Starmie, really made for PvP, but is also going to be a powerhouse in PVM if we need it to be. Our Pelipper to set up Rain, our Scizor, our Sableye, our Mienshao. We have our Ho-Oh team over here. We have so many PVM Pokemon, powerful, good Pokemon on this account, dude. It feels amazing. We have our Infernape over here, our mixed attacking Infernape, attack and special attack and speed, gonna be perfect for certain raids. Our Blaziken, very powerful Pokemon in both PVM and PvP. I think we have 2 different Blazikens if I recall correctly as well. Yeah, we have this one that is mixed, and this one that switches full physical. This Blaziken is nothing amazingly special, just 25 plus attack, 31 speed. We have a Salamence over here that I made initially for the Battle Frontier, if I recall correctly. We have, you know, our Melodic, we have our Glister, we have our Ludicolo. Our Hitmonlee is going to be a powerhouse in raids. Our Gallade's going to be a powerhouse in raids. Should I even, I've thought about, should I sort these based on like what's a raid mon and what's a PvP mon? Maybe here in the future, because there are some slight differences. A lot of the raid mons can also be PvP mons, but not all of the time. You know, things like this Melodic, I don't think this Melodic is ever going to do us any good in raids. I could be wrong. You know, maybe something will pop up where it is relevant, it is meta, but I'm doubtful of that for sure. But there's just so many amazing Pokemon here, dude, and you guys will see them all shown off during the event season, during the Halloween event, in about a week or so from this recording. It is currently October 24th as I'm fully finishing my preparations. Now, we have something decently legendary to do. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Get it? Because all the legendary Pokemon are in my party. Haha, very funny, Petrowski. But first, let's go get all of our daycare Pokemon. I do want to check all the daycares across the world in PokeMMO. I'm pretty sure I only put Pokemon in the Johto and Unova ones, if I'm not mistaken. But let's go see how these guys... I'm guessing that these Pokemon have gained plenty of XP. I'm curious what's in here. Like, it's been a while. Let's go ahead and grab our Pat Ricard Heracross. It's going to cost us some Pokeyen. The one last thing I might do, I might end up doing 1 or 2 more Jimmy runs before events fully roll around. That's the one thing. We now have a level 100 Heracross, though. That's pretty darn cool if you ask me. That is a change. We can go ahead and throw this over. You know what? The last mon over into our comps box. We'll go grab our Lucario. Also going to cost us 34,000 Pokeyen. No, I don't want to raise a second Pokemon. I want to pull out the Lucario. Nope, I'm okay. Yes, I do want my Lucario back. 35k. It's going to cost me, but it's worth it. Naughty Nature. This is also a level 100 Lucario now, so massively high level PVM Pokemon leveled for me passively. Next up, the Unova Daycare. I do get a lot of passive XP from the Jimmy runs here, so let's see. My Raikou is, you know, that's what I thought. I was looking for my Raikou. Yes, I do want them back, especially my Raikou. I was looking for this fella. He might not be level 100. Yeah, okay. That actually is a... Ooh. I almost wish I pulled him out a little early then so I could actually see what level he was, so I could have leveled him up to level 80, but that's okay. I might try... Oh, you know what I can do? I can passively XP train him on the next 2 Jimmy runs that I do, and that will definitely get him up to 80. So that'll get taken care of. Now, let me go ahead and put my one of these legendaries away in the box really quick so I can show you guys the one last thing that I want to do. Well, first things first, I do want to go ahead and take my Crobat back. Let's see what level this guy is from. Up to level 85. We will take that. This is just a random little offensive Crobat we happen to get. And now we are left with our 5 legendary Pokemon. And I said I would do this when it came down to it, and I think it's finally come down to the point where I can go ahead and finally use my Elemental Orbs and my Rainbow Quills. I have 51 Elemental Orbs, and then I should have a lot of Rainbow Quills. Yeah, 111 Rainbow Quills. Let's go ahead and use these first. We want to go ahead and make our Arcanine, or our Entei, I nicknamed him Arcanine, our Entei 31 attack. That's going to be super important. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We might even be able to buff up his... other stats here. We might be able to make him 6 times 31 here in a quick sec, but first things first, I want to go for that, and then we can come back and use any extras that we need. We do need Raikou to also be 31 special attack. He's also very close to that HP. You know what? Since these are our only legendary dogs, we don't even have Suicune yet, I'm going to go ahead and go for that. That was quite a lot used, but now our Raikou is 6 times 31, and let's do the same for our Entei. Now our Entei. I had 111 Rainbow Quills, and it took a large majority of them to do what I just did. But I think it was worth it. Able to make both of my legendary beasts 6 times 31 on an Ironman account. That was a tough thing to do. On a main account, you would just buy the Rainbow Quills, and they're not even that expensive. On the Ironman account, that took a long time. A lot of Ho-Oh refights to get that many Quills to be able to actually do that. So next up, I want to be careful. I would love to get good stats on, you know, my birds, right? But I don't want to overuse things because, once again, we're very limited on the orbs. The biggest thing here is the Moltres. I really want to go ahead and make sure that my Moltres is 31 Spatak and 31 speed. That is let's go ahead and do this. 31 Spatak, 31 speed is going to cost 31 out of 51 of my orbs. Oh man, it's only 20 elemental orbs are left, but I think I'm going to keep... I'm not going to use the rest of these for now. My Moltres now 5 times 31, beautiful. My Zapdos 4 times 31, missing defense and HP. My Articuno still only 3 times 31, but that is okay. I'm very darn happy with that. Also, it's crazy. It's crazy once again how many of my legendaries came out usable. I always said, like, I think Raikou is one of the only ones that's like not usable because of the Jolly Nature, unfortunately. I'll have to wait for a Nature Herb to fix that up, but the fact that this came out Naive, that this came out Rash, this was the first one, literally one of the best natures I could have gotten. The fact that this came out Hasty, like, it's usable. This Bashful, like, it's not great, but it's usable, right? It's not unusable. I'm so happy with the natures on all my legendaries so far. And I'm so happy that you guys watched up until this point. Let's go ahead and quickly go over our goals and see how many we achieved in this episode. I'm not even sure that we achieved anything like super spectacular on our real base goals on the Ironman account here. I think this is more of a just final preparations for the event season type situation. So I'm not sure how many real goals will get knocked off here. We're going to start off with our repeatable goals, and I did actually get 14 Amulet coins for this episode, ironically. I don't think I actually XP trained for 5 hours, even though I just XP trained for like 3 hours. I don't think I did 2 other hours in this episode, but I could be mistaken off my memory. But once again, this episode isn't really about knocking off like hardline goals. It's really just prepping fully and finally for the event season. I'm gonna go ahead and I do think I got 3 new good IV Pokemon with the breeds that I've done. We did do a mini breeding extravaganza and like bred a lot of Pokemon in this episode, so I'm also going to count the 60 Pokemon consumed via breeds. Absolutely did that. And then 5 lucky eggs. I think we also got this in this episode, but I could be mistaken on the numbers, but we're not going for exactsies here, but I think that was also achieved. And now on to the cool stuff, the tier 1 goals that we can actually like knock off our list. Catch Entei, yup, that is done. And I am going to go ahead and replace that with the Catch Suicune goal, since that is, I believe, the final legendary that I need on my Iron Man account to have all the roaming legendaries, at least as of right now. It's possible they add more in the upcoming event season. Next up, train up a raid Murkrow. Yup, I got that taken care of. Bop. And didn't make any progress towards any tier 2 goals. And look how small this list is getting. I will definitely have to make a new list of goals coming up here soon. Or honestly, some sort of Halloween or event season goal list specifically. Some spooky goals would be fantastic. Now we can go on to the tier 3, the long-term goals, and I have been able to fill all patches with berries. So we are, weirdly enough, knocking off a tier 3 goal here. That feels pretty darn amazing. Our berry farming progress, honestly, I've kind of forgotten about it, was a massive highlight of this episode for sure. We have made so much progress here, and honestly, getting like enough increments, getting some Leppa berries. I should have Leppa berry milestones on here. Those would be a good one to add, as well as having enough of all the EV reducing berries. That's a fantastic like tier 2 goal in my opinion. And alrighty fellas, I had to relog to double check and get the hours notified, but look at this, 1,000 hours have officially been spent on the Iron Man account in the past 5 months since I've started this journey, since we've all started this journey, since so many of you have created the accounts alongside me. That is amazing. That is, oh man, that warms my heart. That's one of the coolest things so far. 1,000 hours played. 1,000 hours well spent, in my opinion. 1,000 hours working towards progress, playing a game that I enjoy, and just having a ton of freaking fun and pushing the limits of what's possible in PokeMMO and making a little bit of PokeMMO history along the way. Each and every one of us playing the Iron Man account. And that was a tier 3 gold, getting 1,000 hours played. So I can go ahead and knock that one off and copy and paste it. I'm also going to change this though now. I'm going to up it to 2,000 hours played. And one day we'll get to that point. All right, but I always like showing a frame of reference. So last episode, episode 20, we had 923 hours played by the end of the episode. 14 amulet coins were farmed. You know, we XP trained, we caught multiple different legendary Pokemon. We made our raid Murkrow and finished up in this episode. 50 gym mirrors. We did a bunch of stuff in the previous episode, right? All right, we know that Petrowski. Get to the good stuff. Get to this episode, episode 20.5. We are ending with 1,000 hours played on the dot. How poetically perfect is that? I'm gonna try to not log too many more hours. We're gonna head into the Halloween event with exactly 1,000 hours played. Give us a little bit of that extra luck, I guess. 14 amulet coins were farmed. We got 3 new good IV Pokemon. We consumed 60 Pokemon via breeds. We got 5 more lucky eggs. We caught Entei. We trained up a raid Murkrow. We filled all of our patches with berries and also just gained a ton of berries in the process, including having enough EV reducing berries for 2 of each stat, being able to reduce fully 2v2 and 2 times for each stat. Reaching 3 million Pokeyen for the very first time was also in this episode. We spent a lot of it, and the beautiful 1,000 hours played. And this first 1,000 hours was a blast, and a lot of these hours were spent preparing for the future and preparing for what's to come. So I cannot wait to see you guys with what's to come. I cannot tease it enough, but event season is almost here. The most exciting time in PokeMMO every single year. The Halloween event really kicks things off. I will be uploading Iron Man videos and Iron Man progress episodes for that as soon as humanly possible. Ideally, I actually get like an Iron Man episode out by like November 4th or November 5th or something like that, or maybe November. We'll have to see. I would love to get one out as soon as possible to you guys, because I'm sure I'll be making so much progress that it's just gonna be have to put out. Like I'm gonna have too much footage. I'm gonna have too many hours of footage to like wait until the actual weekend, wait until Sunday. So you guys will see Iron Man progress episodes whenever they're ready, is basically the TLDR. Whenever they're ready, I'll just pump them out, and ideally we'll get back to the Sunday schedule once we get into that second half of the event season and of the Halloween event especially. I hope you guys are fully prepared. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Make sure to go take a break now while you can. It's the perfect time to go take a few days break from PokeMMO leading up until the event. And I just cannot thank you guys enough for watching all of this journey up until this point. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. I do upload every single day. And I also usually stream on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my channel, support this journey, support my progress, support my adventures into PokeMMO, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, and Venmo donations really do make the difference and allow me to be here in the first place. You guys keep the lights on, so thank you so much for that. Have a great day. Happy Halloween. Happy spooky season. And I'm just so excited for the future of PokeMMO and for this specific event season. Yo, what's up? Outro Petrowski here, and I wanted to take this time to say thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel. Your names are all listed here. You make it possible for me to make helpful and mildly entertaining content for the game that I love and make it available for free for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for allowing me to even be here.